This one guy.
It's the same every time. It's just the selfish nature. This week, I've got Trey Hendrickson, Michael Parson, and Terry McLaurin. Trey Hendrickson probably thought he cashed the bag last night.
Well, if you would look at the parody of the NFL, James Cook came back to practice, and the next day he was signed.
Right.
Trey Hendrickson shows up on a travel game to Washington, and now we probably think he's going to get signed.
Right.
Because now he's just sitting there quiet with a cigar going, you guys saw it. Like, what do you
Or
know?
let me play the flip side real fast with you. They looked at it and go, God, we're so bad even Trey Hendrickson isn't going to help us.
Well,
I mean, that Bengals defense is rough.
what do they need? Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah.
I think the best player in these three is undoubtedly Micah Parsons.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I think if I had the opportunity, I would take Micah Parsons in this threesome. I like Trey Hendrickson. The age and the money is welcome to Football 101. There will be another conversation next year about somebody in the same boat as Trey Hendrickson, and we'll do this same thing again next year.
Well, there's somebody every year like that. It's seemingly at that position, too.
I give Mac a lot of credit for this. I don't know if you know this or not, but I also am rooting for Micah Parsons to go anywhere but Dallas, because when Mac made the point that Micah Parsons is trying to be the one that says to Jerry Jones, F you, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be your toy. I don't want to be your yo-yo that you can, like, mess around with and think this is all fun and games. This isn't fun and games to me. In fact, nobody likes it. They just haven't stuck it to the man.
Yeah,
right.
So I really want to see Micah Parsons, like, I want to see Jerry Jones melt away like that dude in Raiders of the Lost Ark when he looks into the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
Like when all the spirits melt everything away.
Right.
That's how I want to see Jerry Jones be like, oh wow, somebody really finally stood up to me.
Well-
yes, and they did with two middle fingers. And guess where they went? Philadelphia.
Yeah, and we really
about
have
how
not.
we finessing people.
Yeah.
If he could finesse Jerry Jones, I think we could get Bob to come around a little bit more. Maybe not all the way, but you finesse Jerry Jones, now we have another conversation.
But if Jerry Jones does trade Michael Parson to the Eagles, then they should force him to sell the franchise because he's not a sound mind and body. You know,
sell that franchise and make a ton of money.
Oh, absolutely, they should.
Billions.
Billions.
They should send him, out to the farm and let the son take over. Who's not going to be able? He's 70. I mean, this is like the Mandelbaums down there running the Dallas Cowboys, man. like, what are we doing? Like, hi, I'm Mr. Mandelbaum. I'm Mr. Mandelbaum. You're 70-some years old.
He's 82.
Jerry is. And so the son, Steven's got to be in his 60s, right?
I don't know. All of his pictures look like carving a pumpkin went wrong.
Yeah. So if he traded Michael Parson to the
Micah.
Eagle, he said Michael Parson. I'm going with what he said.
Now you're disrespecting his name like the guy you interviewed that one time. You're gone.
Yeah. See you later.
61.
He's 61. Stephen Jones is 61 years old. Right. It's the Mandelbaums. I mean, it really is. It's unbelievable, right? So we're looking at an organization that is a mess, and nobody's really stood up to them. But I think Micah Parsons is now a guy that is in the spot where I'm done playing your charades. I'm done being part of a TV show and a sitcom and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a football player, and I want to go where I can win. I mean, I've already determined that I'm a great player in this league. The one thing I haven't seen is success on the field, and so I'll play this year out, and then I'm bouncing, man. I am going to bounce after this season and go somewhere else. Because the money's always been good, in Dallas, because it's the NFL. Money's good everywhere. There's always been like the cachet of playing for the Cowboys. But this generation of player has never been alive when the Dallas Cowboys have been a relevant franchise. They've not won anything in 30 years. Most of the guys in the NFL weren't even born the last time the Dallas Cowboys sniffed the Super Bowl.
You know what happened the last time the Dallas Cowboys won the Super Bowl?
The last time we won a Super Bowl, I could still get hard without taking a pill. Nowadays, my dinger just looks like a wet biscuit.
Mac, who you taking in this threesome?
And Terry McLaurin, for me, too old for a wide receiver. I think Micah Parsons is the logical choice in this one.
Yeah, I think so, too. I think Terry McLaurin has been equally as important to his franchise,
No
which
doubt.
I'll give him some credit for.
Last night, it looked like they sure as hell didn't need it, but of course they were facing the JV Bengals.
Exactly. So, we've got to take that with a grain of salt. But, I mean, he stuck around with multiple quarterbacks. It was Sam Howell, it was Kirk Cousins, it was all these no-namers. And he was there, and he was productive, and he didn't ever complain about the worst ownership in sports at the time before they got new ownership.
Boy, you never did hear him.
Nope.
You never really heard anybody in D.C. complain about that ownership. I guess everybody just knew.
Yeah,
right.
just
It's
we
like
all knew.
liver. Everybody
Yes.
knows it sucks.
Liver is king.
Yeah,
Good morning, Primals.
But yeah, I hope Micah sticks it to him, man. Or excuse me, Michael. I hope he does.
Yeah.
I hope he does.
I hope he does,
Jerry
too.
Jones. He's 26 years old, and he's at the second most important position in football, dude.
And
he's
why
like,
do I want to play for a franchise
screw
that can't
you.
get out of its own way and is more important, more impressive? I mean, Jerry said it, right? Is anybody watching this documentary, by the way?
No.
I
I got the Kingdom, the franchise, and Hard Knocks. I'm good.
That's
My football
true.
slate is full.
Yeah, you got
That's
a lot of
true.
stuff going on.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I got the Royals.
Yeah, I mean, I finished The Kingdom. That was outstanding. And Hard Knocks, I've got one episode of the two. But I don't think I'm going to go anywhere near this
Really?
Dallas Cowboy documentary. I don't like the team. Never have, never
Me
will.
either.
I think they're a bunch of scam artists down there. That's all they are. They've scammed their fans for 30 years. And the fans are dumb enough to continue to go back and think they're going to be a winning organization. That place should not be selling out football games. They should not be one of the highest rated TV shows out there. Nobody should be paying any attention. But that's P.T. Jones down there, man, a master marketer. And this time it may catch up with him with Micah Parsons, because if all of these people start leaving your circus, you don't have anything.
Do you get to participate in your own threesome?
Yeah.
Because you take Micah Parsons, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's 26 years old.
Yes.
He's one of the best players in the game. McLaurin and Trey Hendrickson, quite honestly, I'll take you for this year. But I'm not investing anything into you guys.
McLaurin will turn 30 on September 15th.
Yeah.
So that's also the big factor, I think,
Right.
in his situation. Plus, they went and got Debo.
We'll see.
Tebow looked pretty good last night.
Yeah, he looked all right. That's true. He did.
But
I think they
again,
should-
you're facing the JV Bengals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that was their varsity last night? I was being told in my ear?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need Terry McLaurin still.
Yeah.
Trey Hendrickson, Bengals should have traded him months ago.
Months ago. And now they're
I said
talking
that,
about now they're talking about wanting a first-round pick and a top defensive talent in return for Trey Hendrickson. Like, I know you got to shoot for the stars and all, but you're not even in the ballpark. Like, every other GM's laughing right now.
Kind of the same
You're an
thing
idiot.
with
You don't know what you're talking
Joe
about.
Burrow having the clout, right? He basically got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase signed. Does Daniels have that clout yet to be up to
No.
their ownership? But, hey, we could use Terry. They're like, thanks, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be like, cool. Thanks, man.
You get the clout when you sign that second contract.
That's coming.
Like,
Yeah,
when,
I agree.
when you're officially that guy.
Yeah, after this season, that could be a
It
thing.
could be. And
Yeah.
if he goes out there and balls again, they'd be very smart to sign him to a long-term contract right away. Just like the Chiefs did with Patrick Mahomes
Exactly.
early on. Pay early.
That's right. We've mentioned the Kingdom, the show. Bob's finished it. I got 2 episodes left. Max got 2 episodes left. We'll have it all completed by tomorrow. But there are some topics that are worth mentioning as we try to get more metal into that Hall of Honor for the Kansas City Chiefs. Bob will take it away on the other side here at 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at TheFan965 for behind-the-scenes content from the show. Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll never forget when I got my first job at the grocery store and my dad says, you will be joining the union. And I said, okay, great. Let me join the union. And since then, I've been in every union that I've been eligible for because I do believe strongly in the unions. And right now, the Smart Local 2, the Sheet Metal Workers Union here in Kansas City, is ready to help you find that new career. You can build your future with the Sheet Metal Workers Union right here in KC. At Local 2, the union offers exceptional career opportunities, world-class training, and unmatched benefits for individuals seeking to build a stable, rewarding future in the sheet metal industry. And you're thinking to yourself, what do sheet metal workers do? They literally build everything. Some of the cool stuff they've done, how about the top of Bartle Hall, the Kauffman Performing Arts Center, the iconic crown out at Kauffman Stadium. And the apprenticeship program starts with a great wage, $24.55 an hour starting and increasing to $27.27 an hour after 3 months. And then once accepted through that apprenticeship program, first-year apprentices begin at $30 per hour. So find your new career and build it. Not just a job, but a career with Smart Local 2. Check them out at sheetmetal2.org. That's sheetmetal2.org. It's the Sheet Metal Union.
98 years. That's how long Overhead Door Company of Kansas City has been repairing and replacing garage doors. Locally owned and operated since 1927. Headquartered in Olathe. Always look for the iconic red ribbon of the genuine, the original Overhead Door Company of Kansas City. For same-day repair service 24/7, call Overhead Door Company of Kansas City, 816-221-0072, or schedule online at ohdkc.com.
Football is back, Labor Day is around the corner, and Hy-Vee is ready for fall. Stock up on all your fall favorites during the gigantic 3-day sale this Friday through Sunday. Invite your friends and fire up the grill with Bar S Franks just 98 cents a pack, Doritos chips just $2.99, Pepsi 24-pack cans for $10.99, and Brew Pub Pizza just $4.99 each. Let's go, you fans of fall. Rush to the gigantic 3-day sale this weekend only at Hy-Vee. If you're crazy for craft beer, a connoisseur of Cabernet, or master of the margarita, Hy-Vee Wine and Spirits has a huge selection in stock and competitively priced. From value bottles of wine starting at $3.99 to top shelf liquors, get 10% off when you mix and match 6 or more bottles. Hy-Vee's knowledgeable and friendly staff is here to help, or place your order through aisles online for added convenience. Low price, selection, service, and convenience. There's more to love at Hy-Vee Wine and Spirits.
If you have back-to-school shopping to do, then you should make Macy's your first stop, because Macy's has back-to-school styles from brands like Nike and Jordan, must-have denim from Levi's and Good American, and now Macy's has Abercrombie Kids too. It's all in one place, all at great prices. And here's another reason to come in. If you're already at Macy's and you saved so much, you could stop by the fragrance counter and pick up something for yourself too. The best back-to-school styles are here now at Macy's.
Robsite Ford. Non-commissioned staff, low prices, best trade-ins, and the biggest selection. Visit robsite.com.
When it comes to buying a car, simple wins. Robsite Ford has the inventory, the trade values, and the non-commissioned team that puts you first. No pressure, just 4.8 stars on Google for a reason. ROBSIGHT.com.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Connolly Plumbing Solutions, your neighborhood plumber. Call 913-768-7676 or ConnollyPlumbingSolutions.com. Kansas sign 635 southbound gets heavy before Gibbs. Stays slow down towards I-35 with an accident reporting both directions of 35. Checking in pretty heavy between Antioch and 18th Street Expressway. Connolly Plumbing Solutions, your neighborhood plumber, is different than a lot of plumbers out there. They don't overpromise and underdeliver. They do what they say they will. So call Connolly Plumbing Solutions at 913-768-7676 or visit ConnollyPlumbingSolutions.com to schedule. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Tune in Saturday, August 23rd for K-State and Iowa State, live from Dublin, with pregame starting at 9, kickoff at 11, on your home for K-State Athletics. 96.5 The Fan, KFNC FM and AM HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station.
Back here at 8 o'clock. If I can, fellas, real quick, give a quick shout out to Appliance 911. I talked about my washer being broke. The wonderful people, Connor, who set me up with all these guys, loyal listener, A1, D1, all the time here on Fescoe and Dusty, hooked me up with Justin and Jake of Appliance 911, fixed my washer immediately. It was fantastic.
That's awesome.
That's good.
I felt bad yesterday. Big Jake came over, fixed it. My garage is where my washer and dryer are, hotter than what outside.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Hooked up the fan, put a towel down, gave a bottle of water. I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry they have to do this. There was like standing water in my washer. Stunk to high heaven.
Oh yeah. At least it was in the garage, though. You didn't have that in the house.
Yeah, definitely in the garage. Because my house was built in 1955, it's a ranch style home, one level, crawl space. Never am I going to go in there.
Yeah, no, you don't.
There's probably like an Annabelle doll down there with Matt Rife doing some weird stuff. I have no idea. But yeah, shout out to Justin, Jake, and Connor for Appliance 911 who helped me fix my washer.
It's a lot cheaper than buying a new washer dryer, and probably you have a better washer dryer right now than anything you could buy at the store.
Yeah, it's massive. It's a huge deal. Doing nice things for people. That's what we always say at the end of the show. You never know. Change my day, week, month. Change my year. Didn't have to buy a new washer.
Yeah.
Got a new motor. Set it up. 3 loads of laundry yesterday, doing all my bedding
that's so
today.
good. You probably feel so relieved, right? I can imagine the stress because I know if the washer went out for me, I pay for conveniences and always have because of the OCD, and all that kind of stuff. And it sucks to have to do all that. But I remember when I moved into my first apartment in Seguin, and I got my first job down there, and the guy told me to go apply for government housing because that's how much they were paying me, and I'm not kidding about that.
Right.
I made $16,500. It was too much for the government housing back in those days, but I paid a couple extra bucks more to have the washer dryer in my apartment because I wanted to have that convenience.
Right.
So I've been there. The washer dryer's busted before. I have to go to the in-laws and do that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's terrible. It's terrible to have that go out. So good. I'm glad you got it
Yeah,
fixed.
those guys
man.
are great. So Appliance 911, shout out to you guys. All loyal listeners, too. Listen every day. Had a conversation. Guys fixing it. You don't want to leave him out there by himself.
Yeah, so that's always kind of what I do. I feel like I need to help the guy when he comes over, no matter what it is.
Oh, I wasn't helping. He had like these tiny screw guns and like these lights, and he was underneath the washer and all this sort of stuff. And I was just out there.
No, I'll stand there. You need anything? I see what you're doing. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I don't have any idea what I'm doing.
Because he was like, it's crazy how the city slipped on CAGs. It's like, how much time do you have? He's like, well, I got about 30 minutes left on this washer. I'm like, all right, here we go. Like, so, no, but it's fun. It's fun to get things fixed and with good people that do it. So, speaking of good people that do it, this Kingdom documentary has been put together pretty well. You've burned through it.
I did. Because I knew if I didn't sit down and get through it, the chances of me, once, stuff started to get busy, it's going to probably fall behind.
And the text line
right?
let us know. We're in it.
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
We're in the ESPN?
My wife saw it and saw us in there. Yeah, right. I wish. Voices are in it. I think you're in episode 6.
Oh, okay.
I think I found myself in episode 5, but of course I didn't recognize my wife because I think that was you. And so then we rewind. And, oh yeah, that kind of was me. So,
That's my husband.
yeah, she was very excited about that. Right.
Put that on your Twitter profile.
Husband's voice makes the Kingdom episode on what is this? ESPN,
VO
right?
and ESPN docs.
Yeah, so there it is, a voiceover of 5 cents every time. I would take that.
Yeah.
They're probably not going to give that to us, but so yeah, I think you made it in episode 6. I know I was in episode 5, may have spilled into something in episode 6. So really cool. Our pictures made it too in there. From New Orleans, we were in that.
There weren't better looking people.
I guess not.
Okay.
No, I mean, you saw the crew down there on Radio Row. We're the most in shape, good looking people down there, bro.
Was. And I came back out of shape.
Well,
Still working on that.
Too many beignets for you, but I watched the last 3 episodes, 4, 5, 6 over the weekend, and there's so much to kind of digest from all of this. But I think ultimately, when you watch the Kingdom documentary, you really see how all of this came together, and I think that's what they've done a really nice job in of flashing back and showing you how it relates to the present, and whether it's flashing back to Lamar Hunt or just flashing back to moves they made a couple of years ago. And one of those was about the Tyreek Hill trade. And this episode kind of picked up when they were getting ready to, to kind of trade Tyreek Hill. And Andy had this quote that I think is very important for everybody to understand, and it really explains to me what this football team is all about and why this football team continues to win. When people stand around, they go, I still understand why this dynasty keeps going and everybody's trying to put this dynasty out to pasture. This quote from Andy Reid, I think, was very important when they traded Tyreek Hill. He says, I like Tyreek, but this is a team sport. And if you're not in this thing for the benefit of the Kansas City Chiefs, you ain't in this thing. And Tyreek Hill, after that Cincinnati game, it started to kind of come to a head where I want to get paid, I want to get paid, I want to get paid. And the Chief says, we don't want to pay you. You're not getting paid. We're not paying a wide receiver that is approaching 30 years old. Quite frankly, is not reliable off the field. And so this is what we're willing to do. You're either part of the team or you're not. And if you're not, that's fine. We'll move on and we'll get rid of you. And I thought that was a very, very telling comment, not just about the players, but people in the front office as well, and scouts and everybody in that organization. I like Tyreek, but it's a team sport. You better be in this for the Kansas City Chiefs and not in it for yourself. And if you're in it for yourself, you ain't going to be here that long.
Because if you go back, and Mac will play the audio, but if you go back to when that Tyreek Hill situation was, they were going to pay him. And then Devontae Adams got paid, and he goes, you know what, I want more than that.
That's right.
And we'll trade you within 5 minutes to Miami.
That's exactly what.
Or do you want to go to Miami, or do you want to go to the Jets? Well, there's no state tax in Miami, I'll go there. This is the audio of Andy.
Find new ways to win and reinvent yourself.
Or Brett.
I love Tyreek Hill, but it's a team sport. It takes the whole army to win a game in this league.
He ain't lying.
No, I mean that's more telling than anything they said when they traded Tyreek Hill. I love Tyreek, but it's a team sport, and at that point in time, the Kansas City Chiefs needed to get better on both sides of the football, which leads us into that draft and those picks that they got from Tyreek Hill. And they switched to a defensive team basically in the draft room.
Well, it was a failed draft because you got Sky Moore.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. No, 2022 was the good draft, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that was the good draft, right?
Draft,
that was the great draft. Yeah.
That was that was McDuffie.
McDuffie and Karlaftis.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so in 2022, they're sitting there and they're showing the draft room, and they had made the trade for Tyreek, and so they had those 2 picks in the first round. And the board starts falling to them, and they're talking about obviously the need for a wide receiver at that point in time, and offensive team. But the best players available on the board at those picks were defensive players. And that's where Brett looks to Andy and goes, "You're kind of ready to make this a defensive football team." And Andy's like, "Yeah, whatever we got to do." He goes, "Well, the best players on the board right now are defensive players." And they're like, "Then draft them." And so it kind of shows you how this organization evolves, but also show you why Brett Veach is hitting home runs instead of hitting singles, because any other organization that just traded a guy like Tyreek Hill and had 2 first-round picks would probably be looking to draft a wide receiver, whether or not he was worthy of being picked at number 17. Or 22 when Karlaftis was picked, or however the order ended up going, right? But Brett Veach looked at that and went, well, that's the easy route. It's not the best route because I can get the best available defensive back on our board, and he's still there right now. Let's go get that guy. And so that's why this team always stays on top and always stays fresh and always stays young, and why they're one of the 10 youngest teams again in the NFL. Like, this is not an old veteran team. They're constantly reinventing themselves and taking those best players available. That's why they've been able to win 9 straight division championships and been to 5-7 straight AFC championship games and 5 Super Bowls, because they understand that it's not about drafting the guy that you want or I want. It's about drafting the guy that they believe is the best on the board, and they'll bring him into their organization and make them fit in. Imagine if they went with offense that year that they traded Tyreek Hill instead of taking Trent McDuffie or George Karlaftis. Karlaftis, they've already signed to that next contract. McDuffie will be getting his next contract. Change the whole dynamic of this team. They would not have those 2 Super Bowls, in my opinion, if they didn't draft Karlaftis and Trent McDuffie and start to make that a defensive football team.
They'd also probably pigeonhole to sign L'Jarius Sneed to a contract.
Yeah. That's a great point for that as well. Yeah, you would have signed, and he has not played since he left Kansas City, right?
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill, L'Jarius Sneed, 2 big components to a team that continued to keep winning and getting to the Super Bowl after. Now, they didn't win the Super Bowl, but they still went and still had a great defense. Somebody says the documentary, I feel like, was more of a history of the franchise in the NFL versus a season-long three-peat, which was great.
The three-peat was the reason for the documentary, but I think it's also, I think you have to tell the story of the Chiefs, because in the last 10 years, they became the world's team. They became America's team. Before that, nobody really knew much about the Kansas City Chiefs.
Which I think is great about the documentary, because they were probably going into it thinking, okay, we have our script, right? We have the winner of the three-peat, never been done before. This will sell. And then halfway through that game, like we did, we changed the entire narrative of the show on Monday and said, well, at least they went to 3. They got their ass kicked. Maybe they can get back to the 4th. And then that documentary was like, well, they didn't win. They nipped that right away. And then they got into, where Andy Reid came from. I still think episode 2 will go down as probably the best episode of the series. Just because
I got the chills right now when you said that, because episode 2 is a home run.
I mean, it's just Louis Riddick's awesome. The story of Andy Reid and the passing of his son and everything that comes through there, and then like
the emotion
when they get to him and they're like, "Well, this is what your wife said about the Super Bowl of the first one you won," and he gives the hang on, guys, and you're like, whoa. That mustache is starting to flicker a little bit. We haven't seen that unless it's been, bumping up with Kelsey on the sideline. So I think episode 2 will go down as like the big hit of the album. And then the rest you just kind of gravitate to because of how well you were set up. Because episode 1, you get all the information. Episode 2, you get Andy Reid and the story and the boxes and the caves and all that sort of stuff that leads up to that. And then everybody says they knew that Bob Fescoe was in the documentary because it said the Chiefs were going to win 35-0.
No, did it say that? I totally missed that. I hope it was in there.
Somebody said from the 816, I knew it was Bob in the Kingdom when I heard Chiefs are going to win 35-0.
Oh, I'd like that. I do want to get into something about Steve Spagnolo on the other side, because I think it's going to make people think a little bit.
We'll do that. We'll talk more change in baseball, because expansion could be coming, and reevaluating divisions as well. Here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
Hey, it's Michael Waka, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at QC Kinetics want to help you feel better, right? As we start to age, we just think, hey, our bodies are young. They're going to heal themselves overnight. And then you wake up in the morning and you're not healed. And the next morning, you're still not healed. And then you think, I can't play golf today. I can't hang out with the kids. I can't even walk up the stairs anymore because of my knees and my hips and my back and all of this joint pain. Well, it's time for you to schedule that free consultation with the medical pros and my friends over at QC Kinetics. There are thousands of patients who will tell you they wish they would have done this sooner. They turned around their lives with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair that damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies, no scalpels and no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. So grab your x-rays and MRIs and head on over for that free no-pressure chat and consultation with QC Kinetics. Grab the phone and give them a call. Set up an appointment on Saturday if you want. 816-412-6299. They'll give you that free consultation. 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Dusty Likens. This season has been even better at the K because at every game you're always near a Surfside iced tea and vodka or a Surfside lemonade and vodka, the proud partner of your Kansas City Royals. They're absolutely delicious and pair perfectly with a day at the ballpark. You can find fans sipping Surfside everywhere at Kauffman Stadium, cheering on the boys in blue. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part is zero bubbles, which means zero troubles. It's easy to sip and enjoy while you're at the game. Ask for it at your local bar and liquor store and grab it at the game as well. You must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next. You can live in your own oasis or your own clubhouse. Whatever you choose, get the right coverage. Save up to 23% by bundling home and auto. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Don't let clogged drains slow you down. Call Hamilton Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Rooter today for our $79 mainline drain cleaning special. The pros at Hamilton will inspect your drains with video camera technology to pinpoint exactly what is needed to clear those clogs and help prevent expensive drain repairs. The expert technicians at Hamilton are ready 7 days a week to solve your problem the right way, the first time. Over 40 years experience and more than 8,000 five-star reviews ensures your peace of mind. Visit callhamilton.com for details, terms, and conditions. License number 2025-11121.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios. Here's traffic brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Kansas side, 635 southbound heavy from Metropolitan down towards I-35 with an accident blocking 2 lanes. 35 northbound heavy from Shawnee Mission Parkway up towards Lamar with an earlier problem that has cleared. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Diving right back into an 8 o'clock hour here on 96.5 The Fan. Quick shout out to all those bus drivers out there as well, putting up with all those kiddos getting back to school. At least Summit back tomorrow. I don't know about anybody else in Jackson County. I just know that I think Blue Springs, Lee Summit, Crane Valley, Oak Grove, maybe I'm wrong there, all tomorrow.
Did Frank try to cancel school over there and charge you for it? Or?
Well, he's about to get canceled.
Oh.
But no, shout out to those bus drivers. I know that's not an easy job.
No, it's a terrible job.
But a lot of them listen to us. So we try to help you guys out. Maybe, parents tell your kids, hey, best behavior on the bus. I'll turn this damn bus around.
Yeah.
O'Doyle rules. Don't be O'Doyle.
Yeah, don't be that guy on the bus.
You see how O'Doyle's life ends.
Yeah, not well.
Banana peel.
Yeah.
Irony. But no, yeah. Shout out to the bus drivers. Shout out to all the people. Do they still do the stop signs and stuff on the road in schools?
Crossing guards? Yeah, they're out. Well, just depends.
Do they peer pressure you into signing up for that?
No.
Okay.
No, that's a paid job.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's a paid job. But
I would do that if our show got out earlier.
Well, you could do it in the afternoon if you wanted to.
Sweet.
The problem is you put in time, you get paid 1 hour.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really all the work.
I would just take all my money and put it towards
cards,
gambling or
okay,
cards.
okay,
Yeah, gambling or cards.
So they pay you $15 an hour to be the crossing guard, right?
Shoot,
Yeah.
That's a $15.
But it's only 1 hour a day.
That's a $15 bet every day.
It's true. $75 a week.
I've already put $10 in on a parlay for the Royals tonight.
My crossing guard at Leawood Elementary, Miss Oldie, she was the GOAT. She was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Loved her. Miss Oldie was great. And she was a lunch lady, too.
She was the lunch lady
And the
crossing guard.
Yeah, man.
She really hit all the boxes,
she did.
man.
When I busted my lip and wide open, had to get stitches, she helped me to the nurse's office. She was
that was so nice of her to do
was so
that.
nice
It
of her.
really was.
I used to fake injury just to go to the nurse's office to get a bag of ice so I could eat it in class.
Really?
What was the worst injury you ever had in school? Because I know what mine was.
Okay, what was it?
Okay, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
4th grade. I was turning a page in a book and cut my eye with paper. A paper cut in my eye. Yeah.
In the actual eye?
Like the white part of the eye.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I remember just please put this, they had the eye wash solution. He goes, shit, it ain't helping. And I said, just please put it in there. It's not going to help. I put it in there. It didn't help. And I honest to God, don't remember how it ultimately ended up healing. But you have those weird injuries when you're a kid. I'll never forget. To this day, kind of just stand away from paper now because I always fear that I'm going to get this paper cut in my eye.
Did you bonk your chin on the monkey bars when you were a kid, or any injury like broken bone or anything on the playground?
Yeah, it's just the busted lip
Or yesterday.
on the cafeteria table.
Oh, just too excited for lunch?
Yep.
What was being served that day? Cinnamon rolls and chili?
Chicken tetrazzini.
That was the best day. The cinnamon rolls chili was the best day.
That must be a Kansas thing.
It is. That's why I brought it up, because I figured
day.
it was cinnamon roll chili day. You got so excited you slipped and you hit the table.
I knew you had to go to the table to sit first. Whichever table was
know
all
that
seated
hard.
first would all get to go first. So I was running to the table to sit down, trip, bang.
What grade was this?
I think it was 4th grade.
Was it 4th
Yeah,
grade?
I think it was 4th grade.
Did you have
or
your
5th.
shoes tied?
And I had an opening night of a musical that I was in
Oh, no.
that night, so I had to go get stitches. I looked terrible. I was in the ensemble.
What did you sing? Fat Lip by Sum 41?
Exactly.
What musical was it?
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor
nice.
Dreamcoat. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was great. Still remember all the colors.
Thrown to the table like a name is
Were you the
El
wig
Nino.
master by chance in that or not? No.
Just a kid.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those are your guys' injuries in school.
Did you have one?
Yeah, broken heart.
Oh, Dang, man.
Yeah. No, I can't.
Got me.
But no.
That's not an injury.
Speak for yourself. I'm still single. Can't get over 5th grade love. No, I on the way to 7th grade, you can probably see it a little bit on my elbow there, that skin.
Yeah.
So my bike tire got caught between the grass and the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah. You used to get caught in that, yeah.
And I panicked and hit the front brake, flew over, elbow scraped all the way across the sidewalk, and I just thought it was one of those burns. So I went in to get into my locker, and this young girl next to me, I believe her name was Chambry. That was her name. And I'm doing my unlocking of my locker, and she just goes, "Oh, my God, your elbow is sick." And I looked over, and I mean, talk about weak knees. I was like, "Oh, my God." So I go to the nurse's office. What does this wonderful nurse do? Pours rubbing alcohol down my arm.
Right.
And I went, "Oh, F." And I got 1 day of in-school detention for abusive language.
Yeah, that's a little much there.
Where was my mom hot?
Yeah, but that you just poured rubbing alcohol on a 5th grader. Like, what
I mean,
did you
an
expect him
open
to
cut
say?
with
Yeah.
gravel in it. I mean, it was literally one of the worst
Yeah.
pains of my life.
Yeah, you can't do that and not expect something to be uttered.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think she
come
was just
on.
impressed that I was in 7th grade and could say the F word that well. I mean, I didn't miss a beat.
No,
dude.
that 7th grade's about when you start learning that. That's what people always say. What are my kids? Your kids are learning all this at school, Grandpa.
Oh, yeah.
Like, seriously, stop trying to protect your kids. They're finding out all the information that they need.
Did kids ever
at the
put
school.
pennies in their mouth to get their fever up so they could get out of school?
No,
I never.
I've heard pennies in your mouth if you're like drinking and driving. That was an old wives'
Really?
tale back
You guys
in the
had
day.
cinnamon roll and chili. We had copper pennies under the tongue to raise the temperature up.
Oh, God. A legacy game is going to take place on Sunday afternoon. I've been saying all week, I think it's the biggest game we've ever seen at Arrowhead Stadium.
Well, that voice sounds familiar.
That wasn't 35-0.
That wasn't 35.
No, but that was the Kingdoms, episode 5.
Okay, yeah, that was the part that I was
Okay,
in,
that's
right?
yes.
I think.
You can feel
that's
that.
you.
Yeah, no, that's definitely me.
You
Yeah.
can tell Bob's plums are like swollen. Like he's hard.
A legacy game is going to take place on Sunday afternoon. I've been saying all week, I think it's the biggest game we've ever seen at Arrowhead Stadium.
Talking about the
It
game
was, yeah.
of the AFC Championship game, Buffalo in Kansas City.
It was. I mean, find me a game bigger than what we saw in that AFC Championship. I don't know. I mean, what's this? This will be the 4th year in a row going to the Super Bowl, right? Let's say they get back to the Super Bowl this year, make it 4 years in a row, right? Maybe next year's AFC Championship game, to give them 5 straight Super Bowls, will be a bigger game at Arrowhead Stadium because nobody's been to 5 Super Bowls in a row.
Yeah.
And so maybe that will have that bigger feel. But up until we get to that point, there's not been a bigger game at Arrowhead Stadium. And I don't think there'll be a bigger one this year, impactful, meaningful type of game like that one was going to lead itself to.
No,
right?
I think you're
winning
right.
that 3rd straight Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Even making the 4th Super Bowl in a row this year, Buffalo already did that, right? That's not something new to be accomplished this year. Now, if it was the 3-peat and then winning 4 in a row, oh, hell yeah. But so that's why I think you skip this year. The Travis final game on Christmas night will be big, but not as impactful, obviously, as that game. That was for the AFC Championship. So if you get through this year, skip a year, next year, 2026, AFC Championship game to go to your 5th straight Super Bowl, that will become the biggest game in Arrowhead Stadium history.
I know that I'm hard. Big time. Big time. Yeah, but you said that there was something key about this kingdom that showed you about. You want to talk about Steve Spagnolo.
Spagnolo, yeah. And Mac even texted me about this yesterday. He
I'm
goes,
always looking for the spaghetti in the background of his shots because he does it in his kitchen. And I'm like, where's the wife?
What do you think? She's taking the spaghetti and throwing it on the wall to see if it sticks?
As much as she's making for those guys that eat it.
I'm telling you, and she can cook. When he was the coach of the Rams, they had us for dinner. The food that she makes is phenomenal. She's a phenomenal cook.
That's awesome.
And so Spags is in this, and you text me yesterday, go, God, these guys would run through a wall of fire for this guy right about now, right? And they talk about the difference that Steve Spagnolo has made on this team. And if you're thinking about kind of like the hierarchy and you're kind of like ranking these guys by importance in the organization, I don't think you'd have an argument by saying Steve Spagnolo is the 3rd most important person in this dynasty. You'd have an argument over number 2. You wouldn't have an argument over number 1. It's Andy Reid. You wouldn't have an argument over number 3. I don't think it's Steve Spagnolo. The argument you would have is Brett Veach or Patrick Mahomes at number 2.
I mean, the way this team just changed. I mean, Spags, Tyrann Mathieu, Super Bowl, right? Dynasty built. And then you get the shirts or was it 2 years ago? And Spags We Trust, and everybody's wearing those shirts. And you just kind of get like the narrative. Yeah, he's massive. I mean, we talk about Hall of Fame career as a coordinator, and they don't exist.
Right, yeah.
And he's that impactful.
He's that impactful. That's why I think he's number 3. He's not number 2, and he's not number 1.
So
but the number 2 one is debatable.
He could be number 2, too.
He could be number 2 if you really wanted to push the envelope a little bit. I wouldn't argue with you if you wanted to put him at number 2.
Seeing how those guys talked about him, I was just like, whoa. Like, it's the same way you hear offensive guys talk about Andy Reid. Like, he has that control over his defense, and it's a testament to Andy Reid, to the way he runs his team. Hey, I've got this half, Spags, go crazy, take care of it. Everyone knows that's the way it works, and they'd run into a fire.
What
for him.
you just said there is the reason why Andy Reid is a successful football coach in the NFL and why Todd Haley is not a successful football coach in the NFL.
Ego?
Yes and no, but being able to give everybody else credit. It was one of the great things that Dick Vermeil always did. Everybody else got the credit. He never took the credit for everything, and I've always kind of marveled that in Dick Vermeil and in coaches, and it kind of always sat in the back of my mind. When I see coaches now, I'm like, I can pretty much tell right away if you're going to be successful or not. When you're trying to get all that credit and trying to look like you're the guy, that's when you fail. The guy in San Diego failed miserably because he was that way. Andy Reid doesn't care who gets the credit. I called the bad plays. Matt called the good plays. Steve Spagnolo called all the good plays. I take the bad plays, right? Like, that's the way you become a leader. That's the way you lead your organization.
And you saw that in that Green Bay skit when, like, he's like, who called that play? He's like, I called it. And Brett's like, you just saved my ass, Andy.
Exactly. The Green Bay skit sums up Andy, and not skit, but that scene. Like Mike Holmgren, for those who haven't seen it, is chewing out Brett Favre on the sidelines. And Andy Reid's like the quarterback coach, right? And he gets involved and goes, hey, that's on me, even though it really wasn't on him.
And that's all he says.
He goes, that's on me. And then Holmgren starts ripping Andy Reid. And Andy just goes, that's on me, that's on me. And you could see Favre in the background, smiling. Like, Andy just took all this heat and pressure off of me. That's a big reason why he's successful, because everybody gets the credit. I take all the blame. Everybody gets the credit. I take all the blame. Tom Coughlin had that with Steve Spagnolo, too, when he was the head coach of the Giants and Spags was the defensive coordinator, and they beat, the New England Patriots. Go do your defense, Spags. I mean, those guys, you hear Strahan still to this day talk about Spags and the impact that this guy's had. So could he be the second most important person to this dynasty? There's an argument to be made, but I would imagine more people would say Mahomes or probably, Veach in that category than maybe Steve Spagnolo. But I just think the more that I watch that documentary and think about what's gone on, Steve Spagnolo is more important to this organization than we will ever realize.
I'd almost have an argument that Clark's number 1.
Just allowing all this to happen.
Having that, because, like, when they show the behind closed door meeting and they're giving the stats of Kelsey in the playoffs.
That was cool, yeah.
And it's Andy and it's Brett and it's Spags and it's, I think,
Donovan was in there.
Donovan's in there, G's in there. And they're all talking. And Clark just sits there and goes, to think they were going to a 7th AFC championship game is wild.
Yeah.
And Andy's speechless. And none of this happens. And I know it's easy to put all the weight on the owner, but we talk about owners all the time. We talk about Cincinnati. We talk about Dallas. We talk about all these teams that fail miserably because they want it to be about them. Clark Hunt doesn't go on a radio show once a week. Clark Hunt doesn't show himself out there unless it's the playoffs or a significant franchise win. And the fact that he sat down with Andy and just said, you're not going to Arizona. Like, you're coming here. My franchise is in shambles. I am not going to fail my father. We are going to build this thing, and you are going to be the big part of it. There's a lot of praise you could put on Clark Hunt being the number 1 reason why they are here today.
And I would even take that one step further, and I would say the whole Hunt family in general, because there was some discussion about keeping Scott Pioli on. As you know, Scott Pioli wasn't fired until Andy Reid fired Scott Pioli, essentially, right? Like 2 days later after Andy was hired. Sorry, Scott, you're no longer working here. So it's the Hunt family in general, and especially Norma, too, for being the matriarch of that family and telling Clark, hey, we got to make these changes, right? Mom said it's time to make these changes. Brothers and sisters, and everybody agrees, because when you fire a coaching staff, you're not just hiring a new coaching staff. A lot of checks you got to write out the door for a lot of people. That was as costly a decision as anything the Hunts have
And one
done.
of those checks is humble. You got to write that humble check and be like, you know what, I failed. This is the because they tell you how low this franchise got. And all these people that say, oh, you're fair weather fans, you weren't here. I remember the Javon Belcher stuff.
And I think that's why it's important to show all that in this documentary so people outside the area can realize, before Andy Reid took here, we had a murder-suicide.
Yeah. And 2 wins? 2-14.
Yeah.
2-14.
And the laughing stock of the NFL, I mean, it was terrible.
Terrible.
It was the most down bad this franchise has, in my opinion,
And that
ever
was,
been.
I mean, it started with the Eric Winston and all of that kind of stuff. It went to banners and Whitlock calling this show and spending money at the airport to fly banners about firing people. It led to songs. It led to screaming. It led to Lewisburg. Like, that was just 2012.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mention the murder-suicide that happened in 2012, too. That's how all of that ended. It started with Lewisburg and ended up with a murder-suicide in 4 months, that thing, and all of that stuff that happened in between. People who weren't here don't understand what that year was like. And then, looking back and explaining how Lamar Hunt, there was a great homage to Lamar, too, in this documentary, letting the world know that's the cat we need to be thanking for the NFL. Nobody else. But Lamar, because he's so just subtle, never took the credit for it. Lamar Hunt should be a bigger name in the NFL than he is right now, and this documentary is really showing that.
And then since that season, they've had one season under 10
No,
wins.
none seasons under 500.
Under
Yeah,
10 wins.
wins.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they went 9-7 in year 2, and then now they've rattled off 9 consecutive AFC West titles.
Sick.
So it's crazy how that changed. We will get into the expansion that could be coming geographically for baseball a little bit later, but I want to get to On the Come.
On the come.
What was it?
On the come.
It's Tuesday. Hit it a third time.
On the come.
Mac, you're on the top of the list. Who's your On the Come this week?
Let me tell you about this guy.
I figured it was coming. Mini Binks coming.
Nobody knows. Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Where do you get a name of this name?
People know him now. They didn't know him 3 weeks ago, other than fantasy nerds. We've been talking about him for a month. You'll know him in a week. I mean, he's the starting running back for the Commanders, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. You can make fun of him, but he is the guy. I know. It's the most nerd.
I think he goes
name.
by JCM.
He goes by Bill, actually, which
He
is funny
does go
enough.
by Bill.
He goes by Bill.
How they got Bill out of that? I'm watching that game last night. I'm like, Bill?
I have one of my best friends' name is Jeremy, and we call him Bill. We just call him Bill.
All right.
And the other day, we had a guy that came over to the swim party. His name was Bill, and it was confusing. He said, "Why do you call him Bill? His name's Jeremy." I'm like, "I don't know." His middle name is William. We just call him Bill.
His middle name is William.
Yeah,
well, that's why. That makes sense.
But his first name is Jeremy. It's not like his first name is
Yeah,
William.
but a lot of people go by
No
their
one
middle
calls
name.
me Kurt.
Yeah. But there are people who go by their middle name all the time.
Yeah, it happens. That totally happens.
Or the last name.
I don't know where they got Bill, but that came out last night. It's
But
not
yeah.
Ja'Cory. It's Bill Krosky-Merritt. Whatever.
Bill Krosky.
He
uses
I know Bill Krosky.
He uses rattlesnakes as condoms.
This guy once ran in a preseason game and had Max Stone so hard they fell off a cliff.
It's been talked about in dynasty circles for a little over a month, in nerd circles, and now he's making his way to the national news because Brian Robinson's going to get traded. He's going to be the number 1 running back for the Commanders, and he's really good so far. We'll see. He wasn't that great in college. I don't know why.
Where did he go? But it doesn't matter. I mean,
small school.
Was Isaiah Pacheco any good at Rutgers?
I don't
Who
know.
the hell cares,
Yeah,
right?
exactly, yeah.
You're a running back in the NFL. It's a smart thing to do. Trade Robinson. Give to the young guy when he gets 3 years from now. Get rid of his ass.
Exactly.
It's the cycle of life of running backs in the NFL. Yeah.
So there you go. Bill Krosky-Merritt.
Mine on the come is Jackson Dart.
Hey.
Yeah, very good preseason game, and there is conversation about him. Whether or not he should start, no, he should not start at all. Shouldn't play one play this year at all.
Giants Nation, let's Giant.
But do that, and if that doesn't work, then you got Jameis to back up there, and then if that doesn't work, you got the Parmesan guy and Selmo's friend, and then you can go to Jackson Dart if everybody else lost their legs.
I agree.
Jackson Dart does not need to play. Do not, if you're the Giants, play him at all. Have the restraint that Andy and company did with Patrick Mahomes. It was the best decision that they made.
So if that's the mantra in New York, that means Dayball's safe.
Oh, Dayball's 100%.
safe.
We've talked about this, Mac, and Dayball's not going anywhere. Dayball's, I would say, this is going to sound ridiculous, one of the safest coaches, I think, right now in the NFL because of Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
Because you cannot have this guy with Jackson Dart this year, then fire him, and then have Jackson Dart next year with a brand new coach. He won't have success next year, and then you're on year 3 of Jackson Dart.
Yeah, agreed. I think he's got 3 years left. This year, next season, and probably one more season.
Yeah.
Probably what he has. Which in your words, one of the safer coaches in the league.
I think so.
Yeah,
no,
I
do, based on circumstance, because you just set your organization back even further if it doesn't work out this year.
They restarted the clock with him once they fired the GM, got a new quarterback, and kept him.
Now, no, they didn't fire the GM.
Shane's still there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then We restart the clock when you got a quarterback.
Yeah, now, if you play him in week 2 and he fails miserably, then we're having a different conversation.
Exactly right.
And for job perseverance, if I'm Brian Daboll, that kid ain't playing at all this year.
No.
I'm going to go with the guy that's going to really make things confusing in Cincinnati, Mitchell Tinsley.
I liked him when he was with the Bears. He was good.
Yeah.
He was really good.
He last night had a hell of a game, and I know it's preseason, but the catch he made in the back of the end zone, the numbers he's putting up, maybe going to make Cincinnati think, should we have given T. Higgins that much money if we had a guy that was pretty good?
Oh, sure
that
they should. All the wide receivers get paid there.
But yeah, Mitchell Tinsley last night on the come. You'll see his name get dropped in the ADP around, picks around, I don't know, 8 or 9.
Rounds 8 or 9?
Can T. Higgins stay healthy?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Do you want to play this guy and see what he can do preseason-wise?
And look, quite honestly, draft every Bengal skill position player because they're going to have to put up 35 to 40 points a game to have an opportunity to win. There's going to be a lot of yardage and a lot of points from that Bengals offense. They're a really good offense. They're as good as they are on offense, they're as bad on defense. I don't know that I've seen a team this good on one side of the ball and this bad on the other. Like, this makes the 0-3 Chiefs defense look good. Sorry, Shop.
Yeah, he was on there. But yeah, no, this is definitely on the come because none of these names have yet to even prove anything.
That's right. Yeah, but that's the whole
point of the show.
It's perfect for the preseason, right?
Exactly.
Or if somebody's going to have a big game in week 1, we're like, oh, this is the new guy. Everybody's going to pick him up on Tuesday, in waiver periods and whatnot. That's the beauty of the NFL. There's guys every week that we think are going to be these superstars, and then we never hear from them again, right? Of those 3, which one will we not hear from again?
Well, Jackson Dart, according to you, and everybody in New York, is not going to play. So you'll just hear him on this. You'll just see him on the sideline with the Mahomes thing. Well, there he is.
Yes, there he is. Every broadcast, they'll show. I wonder if he's going to get in.
Would they have won if Dart was in?
How good is that for the script, though? Too keeps everybody interested, watching, paying
100%.
attention. Are you going to play this guy? Are you going to play this guy? They should say at the beginning of the year, we're not playing him this year.
Do you think so? You don't think he'll play this, or do you think he'll play this year? You don't think he should? Do you think he will?
I don't think so.
Okay, Dusty.
No. I mean, Andy Reid didn't play Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, if
week
he,
18, yeah.
If he does play, it's a
I don't
terrible
count that.
situation.
Yeah, not
that
last
means,
game.
That means Russell Wilson is completely washed. That means Jameis Winston can't throw a ball to a guy in a blue jersey unless it's the opponent. Right. And then, I think Dart's ahead of DeVito, but I could be wrong on that. But that'd be the only reason why it would happen.
Okay. Yeah.
They'd have to be like 0-6. The season's over. It'd be like a Michael Penix thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Michael Penix probably shouldn't have started last year, but Kirk Cousins started off okay, and then it just went completely to you-know-what.
Yeah. But the Giants have that's why you have these 2 quarterbacks if you're the Giants.
Exactly.
So you don't have to play Jackson Dart.
You did your due diligence. You followed the plan. Now see it through.
Right.
My prediction is by week 7, Jackson Dart's a starter.
Oh, see, no.
I hope I'm wrong.
No,
I think you're right, Bob. This is the right plan.
Yeah, but I also think, though, if you do that, then if you're Brian Daboll, then you're on the hot seat.
And then Jay Binkley let me know Tinsley's from Lee Summit. So I'm definitely rooting for that dude now. And if he doesn't stay with Cincinnati, put him in Seattle and him and Drew Lock just put on a show, even though Sam Darnold looked good the other day. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Coming up on the other side, there was it was pure nostalgia last night on SportsCenter. If you missed it, we'll play you the audio and we'll talk about what we saw last night and who we'd like to see come back here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Fescoe and Dusty. Subscribe and watch the show on YouTube by going to our channel at The Fan 965, Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, yesterday I got a call from Jake over at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. He goes, I was just out walking your yard, taking a look at what we have going on here so we can start planning for the fall. They weren't doing any work yesterday. They were just coming out to check it out and see what was going on. I thought, wow, that's really awesome. No work to be done, but you guys are out here making sure that everything is moving in the right direction and coming up with that perfect plan for me at Aspen Lawn and Pest Control. And he said, yeah, you got a couple of things we're going to work on in the fall. We're going to seed it up, and we're going to get this lawn looking really good. And Jake said to me, he goes, I can't wait to see how good this lawn turns out because what we've done so far has been night and day from the day we started. And I go, yeah, it looks awesome right now. I can't wait for this fall seeding to take place. And fall is the best time to seed your lawn. Aspen's professional seeding fills in those bare spots, strengthens the weak areas, helps reduce the weeds, and sets the stage for a lush green lawn by spring. And it's one of the most important things you can do for your lawn all year long. It's so important Aspen's giving you 10% off all fall seeding, but just for a limited time. Just mention the this ad, and they'll give you 10% off that fall seating. Check them out now at aspenlawn.com. That's aspenlawn.com.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life, and fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Heartland Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600. That's 844-447-6600. Or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Looking to drive your finances downfield? Main Street Credit Union is the hometown team you can trust. We help you build credit, lower monthly expenses, and finance with confidence. Or if you need a loan to grow your small business, we've got flexible options and no hidden fees. At Main Street, it's not just about the win, it's about keeping Kansas City moving forward. One goal, 1 yard, one member at a time. Get in the game at mainstreetcu.org.
Gear? Check. Snacks? Check. Tires? Not so much. I didn't have time to deal with this, so I asked my friend. Her answer was simple. Take it to Telly, she said, and I'm so glad I did. They didn't just take care of my tires, they took care of me. We got you, they said, and they did. Fast, friendly, and stress-free. Now I know when life throws you a red card, take it to Telly. Stay in the game. Take it to Telly.
Los Angeles will head south down the 5 to visit their neighbors and division rivals, San Diego. The rivalry's been heated over the past few seasons as both teams have fought their way to the playoffs, and this season is no different. The two teams match up really well against each other, and they remain within a few games of each other for the lead in their division. Who will come out of the weekend series with a win? Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right it almost feels wrong. Because right now you can get huge savings on our most popular models, including our adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe and Santa Fe Hybrid models. Or go all electric and choose from America's most awarded EV lineup like the breakthrough Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 6. So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a great deal. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play.
Guys, are you always tired and ready to do something about getting your energy back, but just don't have the time? Now, Synergen X and Low T Center have the solution. New at-home TRT, personalized to get you and delivered straight to your door. Getting started is quick and easy. Drop in at one of our centers for a quick test and get set up on the program. Save even more time with our new mobile app. It's like being at the provider's office without the hassle. Affordable treatment options are available. Don't wait. Book at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
This report is brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Here's Traffic brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
East side, 435 northbound, heavy from before Truman up towards Winter with an accident blocking the right lane. Lee Summit, US 50 westbound, a problem past 291 south, keeping things slow from 291 north. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan, traffic.
Final segment, 8 o'clock hour here on Fescoe and Dusty on 96.5 The Fan. Welcome back to school, kids. Be nice to those bus drivers. Be nice to those teachers. You got a whole year with those suckers. Don't ruin it on day one. I've always thought it'd be cool to drive a bus.
Someday, maybe you will.
Well, we got 1 year left on this contract till they tell me to get lost. It's nice. 2 years, Dusty. Have a good one.
Take care.
Hey, guys, I listen to you every morning. Dusty from the old morning show.
Dusty on the bus.
Yeah. You have to have your CDL to drive a bus, don't you?
I think so, yes.
I'm pretty sure.
I think there may be like a bus driver light version of that, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, something specific.
I just know
special.
they're constantly advertising for bus drivers, especially in our district where our kids go to Olathe. It's constantly looking for bus drivers. So maybe you don't have to have a CD. I don't know.
Text on and let us know in about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys stayed up last night or not, but there was a pretty cool segment I wanted to make sure I saw last night, and that was paying homage to my childhood.
Tonight on SportsCenter, the preseason Monday Nighter certainly did not disappoint in D.C. While an old D.C. star powered up the Phillies against the Mariners twice. In Pittsburgh, Paul Skeens actually got runs, 2 of them. Was it enough against Toronto? But really, sometimes you gotta keep it simple and direct.
Why didn't you go down?
I wanted to score.
This show is all about strolling down memory lane. No, not about having hair. It's about throwing a whole bunch at you while having an old school good time. So stay tuned and don't flip out. SportsCenter is next. Hey there. Saying this for the first time in 22 years. Welcome to SportsCenter.
I mean,
it's cool.
If you want my childhood in a nutshell, it's right there. The only thing missing is my guy, Stuart Scott.
Yeah, it was good to kind of have that nostalgia. ESPN for me was
hate
great.
To love them. No, you really do sometimes.
But that's what I loved about ESPN was SportsCenter. I don't know what it was like for your guys' generation, but like growing up and summertime came around, and before you started kind of going about your day, you watched episodes of SportsCenter, and they were rerun all the time. And for me, it was like Tom Mees, rest in peace, and Chris Berman, and obviously a little bit of Rich Eisen when I got a little bit older. But like every morning in the summer was spent watching SportsCenter and getting those highlights, and then you knew everything about sports. And then ESPN did what MTV did, and MTV stopped playing music and made it about the shows, and ESPN stopped showing you SportsCenter and highlights in the sports, and they made it about, Stephen A. Smith screaming and Mike Greenberg asking his panel every day why the Chiefs are washed and all of that kind of stuff. And they got away from what really put them on the map. They're kind of their bread and butter with that SportsCenter. So kind of seeing it back last night is kind of a little bit of nostalgia, because I don't care how many times SportsCenter was on and how many times I saw it. If it was a rainy day in the summer, especially, you watch that sucker till noon time, seeing the same stuff over and over again.
Yeah, I think what really killed SportsCenter was the cell phone.
Yeah.
And was social media, because with SportsCenter, you didn't watch a game or you didn't see the game because you didn't really have all the opportunities. You just waited for the highlight. And I remember sitting there watching the bottom ticker go through and be like, oh, we missed the Royals. Like, hold on. They gotta wait till it goes all the way. Yeah. And you'd see it be like NHL, NBA, NFL, and then it'd be MLB. Like, all right, finally it's here. But I mean, every morning, breakfast, cereal, whether it be that or, buttered cinnamon toast, whatever it might have been, toast strudel Pop-Tart, SportsCenter was on every single morning. And the way that we did it, my sister didn't ride the bus. My dad would drop her off at school, and I would get my breakfast ready, get ready for school, and I would just have SportsCenter on in the living room and eat my breakfast. My dad would come home. We'd have 5-10 minutes to watch it, and then I'd get, take it to I would just walk to the bus stop. Dad would go to work. And I just remember I would just always watch sport. I mean, I would just walk around the house, dun-dun-dun.
We all did.
I mean, my parents hated it, but I mean, I did it all the time.
I watched it with my mom in the summer because she was a teacher. I just remember sitting there with my mom watching SportsCenter highlights.
Like, I remember, like, my parents, my mom and my stepdad would go watch KU games during the tournament. My mom was a huge KU fan for basketball, and they would do the booyah, like, every time they'd hit a three, or butter, like, or whatever the guy would say, like, from deep to, like, Stuart Scott would always say booyah.
Yeah.
And I started saying that watching, like, games at the house, and they'd be like, where'd you get that from? And I'm like, Stuart Scott on ESPN, he's one of the best, frontmen of the game. You had him, Kitty Mayne, Dan Patrick, Rich Eisen, all those great guys. And, it kind of takes you back a little bit when you hear that voice, you hear that music, that sweet jazz upbeat.
The music is really good. Yeah.
And then you kind of think to yourself, like, man, what could I have back from the past that I'd love to see today?
Yeah, and I was thinking about that yesterday, and for me, there's a couple of things. Number one, I'd love to see Letterman do a show again. He's kind of my
What he looks
idol.
like now or what he looks like then?
yeah. Either way, I don't care. His humor is just the best that there is. I think he's one of the best interviewers of all time. So David Letterman, for me, somebody I've kind of looked up to. Oprah's another person that I've looked up to as well. What she was able to do in her time doing the Oprah Winfrey Show, basically telling an entire group of people what to think and how to think it and do whatever she says like she did was unbelievable. Hey, this is my book club. She made so many people into millionaires by supporting their products.
You get a car. You get a car. You get a TV. You get this.
And oh, by the way, I'm reading this book by John Johnson, and then everybody goes out and buys it. It's a New York Times bestseller overnight, and she's just an incredible human being, right?
My family drove to, not me, my mom and her sisters and my grandmother drove to Chicago to see Oprah because Fabio was on there.
Oh, God.
That's it. That's the only. They went to Chicago to see those two people.
I mean, Fabio was sexy back in the day, but I mean,
oh yeah, he let them feel his chest.
Oh, really?
They said it's hairy.
Oh, okay. I do that every once in a while. Jen gets mad when other women are touching my pecs. I mean, I don't understand why. But and then I would
like a walrus.
I would love to see Frank Sinatra. Not that I ever did, but one final time, just sing "My Way" in person and just kind of peace out after that. But if Letterman and Oprah could come back and do one more show, I mean, they're just, for what my life has become and where I am, like, those are two of my idols. It used to be like John Madden and whatnot, but Oprah and Letterman, unbelievable at their jobs. They're just unbelievable connectors.
Would you rather have Frank Sinatra sing "My Way" at your funeral or John Madden explain your life at a funeral?
John Madden explained my life.
There's this guy, he was in New Jersey, went to St. Louis, came back to Kansas City, bow, and now he's dead.
Yeah, but that would be entertaining. Like, people would cry if Sinatra started singing "My Way," right? Like, that's
That'd be entertaining, though.
It would be entertaining.
Yeah, especially since he's dead. Both of them are.
And then you pop up, you're like, just kidding, I'm still alive.
Yeah. Oh my God, could you imagine that? Let's fake your own funeral and see who shows up.
Well, Nick Swartzen says he wants to have his funeral have to be on strings, and then in the middle of the funeral they just prop him up and he comes up like,
oh
Pinocchio.
God.
Oh my God.
That sounds terrible.
Seriously, who farted?
Like, if you found out that I wasn't dead at my funeral and popped up out of the, would you ever speak to me again?
No, I'd be pretty pissed.
Like, I wouldn't speak to that person again.
I would just start probably pissing myself in laughter. I'm like, he trolled us again.
I wouldn't know what to do, quite honestly. If you went to a funeral and the person popped up out of the casket and says, "Gotcha,"
I'd be pissed.
How would you react?
It's so fun.
No, that would not be okay.
I think I'd sit there and go, "Huh?
Yeah, what?"
Yeah, I don't think any of us could picture how we're going to react because we've never been there before.
I'd be like, "Bob, Jen is in tears. She's sobbing. You took her to emotional turmoil."
She's like, "I slept with Dusty."
But what if she was in on it? Yeah, not that quick. Give her a week.
His skin's still warm, Jen.
Okay, well, because he's not dead. What?
Dang it, we really screwed up. Maloney's in the back, like, I knew he was alive.
Yeah. Maloney's cheering me on.
He's always faking.
Yeah.
Emily just sitting there putting sour cream on a taco going, just another day with Bob.
Alex is like, we knew he wasn't dead.
Alex is like, Dad?
Told you guys. Told you. I mean,
Mac, you have anybody you want
to be dead? Yeah.
He's not.
Got good genes.
Bob's not dead. He's trolling. He does this before. He says 35-0. He's going to live to be 88. It's fine. You got somebody you'd like to see come back?
I liked yours, American Idol. I liked yours.
The original cast.
The original.
How good was that? Yeah,
loved it,
great.
man.
Like the William Hung days were the best.
I mean,
And then it
Paul
just got-
Abdul was strung out on whatever.
Yeah, dude.
And then you had Randy. It's a no for me,
No
dog.
for me, dog.
No for me, dog. No
And then
for me.
Simon, just brutally honest.
You're
You
terrible.
are
Yeah,
the worst
look.
singer I've ever seen.
Look, stop it. It's not good. Get off.
It was
Get out of here.
amazing.
The William Hung one may have been that to me is the all-time perfect American Idol. I mean, so bad, and the reaction and everybody. Yeah, that was a really good show. When then it kept going and going.
It's still going. I think.
We had the guy in studio who hosted the first year with Seacrest.
You
What the hell
did?
was that guy's name?
I used to know it.
And he was not very friendly. I don't remember, but
Well, he was similar to Chevy Chase in Saturday Night Live. He's like, yeah, I don't think this is going to be as successful as you guys think.
that's exactly where I'm going with it. And he didn't really want to talk about American Idol because he knew he made a mistake.
Yeah, he made a big mistake.
By bouncing off of that show.
Brian Dunkelman.
That's who it was.
Yeah, I just read it.
Dunkelman, yeah.
Apparently, he struggled with some
Dumas.
depression.
Well,
about
how
that.
could you not?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel bad for the guy.
It's like the drummer for the Beatles. Like, I'm out, guys. I'm not going to do music.
I'd also love to see Regis Philbin come back.
Be great. Regis
Nice.
is awesome.
Yeah.
He looked like my mother's friend Helen. Her and Regis always looked alike.
All right, this one's for $500. This Pokemon character is yellow. Squirtle, Charizard, Pikachu. The guy's like, I know this one. Oh, man.
Regis and Kathy Lee was a good show, too.
Seacrest really just took over.
Now
the
he's
world.
on everything.
He's the
Yeah,
man.
Wheel of Fortune.
He's taking over for Regis. He's taking over for The Wheel. He's taking over for Idol.
He's the smallest, biggest man in Hollywood. 5'5". Good old
5'5",
Ron. He's
wow.
something like that. 5'7", I think. He's
And then he does the Saturday night, or not Saturday, but the New Year's Rockin' Eve.
and
yeah.
he'd really hold on to this when he would say Americana.
This
is American Idol.
You're like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah, he did, yeah.
let's go, dude.
Yeah, he would hold that this
He
for a
loved it.
long. That pause after this
Oh, man.
is American. He probably started doing it because it pissed Simon off.
Probably.
Just get
Like
to
it's
the
one of those
point,
things. Like
Ryan.
it was just something like Simon's like, do you have to pause that long? No, but I'll pause a lot longer. And
No,
it's,
I do.
I guarantee you, it's something that happened behind the scenes that created him doing that.
100%.
Coming up on the other side, we get to start Bench Cut, brought to you by Jay's Southland Tow Service text line. Get into the know with Jay's Southland Tow here on Fescoe and Dusty, 913-586-7965. Send yours in, and maybe we'll read them here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City sports.
Hey, it's Bobby Witt Jr., and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, I'll tell you, my friends over at QC Kinetics want to help you feel better, right? Isn't that what we all want as we age? We want to feel like we did when we were in our 20s. But you know what? It doesn't happen naturally overnight when you go to bed anymore like it used to do, right? You're still waking up with some aches and pains, and maybe it's even preventing you from going up the stairs or doing outside work or just kind of hanging out and living life. If you're tired of all that pain, schedule that free consultation with my friends, the medical pros over at QC Kinetics. There are thousands of patients who will tell you they wish they would have done it sooner. They turned around their lives with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair that damaged joint tissue. We're talking about natural cellular therapies. There's no scalpels or the pills involved, just long-term relief, and there's no dreaded recovery. So grab your x-rays and MRIs and head on over to QC Kinetics for that free consultation and thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. Grab the phone now and give them a call. They're available on Saturday as well. 816-412-6299 and ask about that free consultation at 816-412-6299. That's 816-412-6299. QC Kinetics off 435 in State Line and in Gladstone.
It's time to have the best steak of your life. Booth Creek Wagyu. KC's premier Wagyu meat market is changing the way America eats beef. And now you can join the Wagyu revolution at 2 KC locations, 135th and Metcalf and at 95th and Knoll. Whether you're looking to wow your family at a tailgate or sear the best steaks ever on the deck, Booth Creek Wagyu experts are ready to help you pick out something unforgettable. You won't regret it. Booth Creek Wagyu, now with 2 locations. Open 7 days a week or at boothcreekwagyu.com.
Transform your home with the power of KC. Powell Exteriors KC. Powell Exteriors KC will create the perfect custom deck or patio cover to keep you cool, comfortable, and loving life outside. Get your free estimate now, and you could be enjoying your new deck or patio in a matter of weeks. Siding, windows, roofing, they do it all. This time of year, it's all about decks, cover, and shade. Go to PowellExteriorsKC.com to schedule your free estimate today. It's the power of KC. Powell Exteriors KC, Kansas City's exterior experts.
Hey, it's Gold, and Circa Millions and Circa Survivor are back with a massive $21 million in guaranteed prizes. Circa Million, pick 5 games against the spread each week, 126 ways to win with $6 million guaranteed. Circa Survivor, 1 pick a week, no point spread, last the longest to win it all. $15 million guaranteed. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere, $21 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
A blood emergency has been declared in the Kansas City region, and donors are urgently needed. Now through August 26th, donate with Community Blood Center and be entered to win tickets to the Chiefs home opener. Visit savealifenow.org or call 877-468-6844 to schedule your donation today.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
my debit card.
Their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A., member FDIC.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Here's traffic, brought to you by DM Injury Law. Have you or a loved one been in a car wreck? Contact DM Injury Law today and get the money you deserve. Car wreck? Remember, Mike's got this.
Brought to you by Conley Plumbing Solutions, your neighborhood plumber. Call 913-768-7676 or ConleyPlumbingSolutions.com. Lee Summit, US 50 westbound, shut down past 291 south. Stacked up traffic just stopped in through there, back to 291 north. That would be a better alternate to take up to Chipman or 470. Conley Plumbing Solutions, your neighborhood plumber, is different than a lot of plumbers out there. They don't overpromise and underdeliver. They do what they say they will. So call Conley Plumbing Solutions at 913-768-7676 or visit ConleyPlumbingSolutions.com to schedule. Alan Carr, 96.5 The Fan. Traffic.
Have you watched Die Royal Decree? How about Chiefs Take Tuesday? Or would you rather Wednesday? Follow us on Instagram at TheFan965 for exclusive video content, giveaways, and behind-the-scenes action. 96.5 The Fan, KFMC FM and AM, HD1 and HD2, Kansas City, in Odyssey Sports Station.
In the 9 o'clock hour here on Fescoe and Dusty with Mac Morey as well. Bob Fescoe, Dusty Likens. Damn, glad to have you on a Tuesday here today. Good day to have your, sex session. A lot of rain, a lot of clouds. Going to be 95 again today. So,
yeah.
Still trying to, fickle through my mind of what's for dinner tonight. Send me ideas and maybe I'll do it. It is start, bench, cut, so it is.
I told you I was doing sloppy joes tonight, and you turned your nose. You're not a sloppy Joe.
One of my most hated meals.
Mac, you like sloppy joes?
Absolutely.
Yeah, the kids love them.
I mean, that's good. You're in a situation where if your kids love something, just
you
do it.
got to make it. You really do. It doesn't matter.
Play the hits, unlike Van Morrison when he does live music these days.
Is he not playing the hits?
No, he plays all his new music. It's
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, it's
really?
widely known. He doesn't play the hits. He's annoying.
Then why would I want to go to a Van Morrison concert?
I'll have to send you guys. I'll send you guys a video of Van Morrison from back in the day. I think it's like in the early '80s or late '70s, high as hell on cocaine, and it's like clearly obvious. And he's just.
Yeah, really?
Oh yeah.
Was he at Woodstock?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think he was.
I don't think so.
Van Halen definitely was at Woodstock.
He might have been. Well, have you seen David Lee Roth these days? Got a damn Lifesaver gummy tube in his pants and leather, skin tight, and can't sing anything.
Yes.
So start, bench, cut, Jay Southland Tow Service. Want to get into this because we talked about it earlier. We kind of bring the show full circle in this segment. Spags, Andy Veach in the last 5 years. Where does your allegiance lie?
I can't. I honestly, because I don't even want to bench somebody in this situation. That's how good the three of them
those are
have
the
been.
rules.
Yeah, I just don't think we're here where we are without either of those guys, right? It's the perfect grouping of
sure.
coordinator, coach.
It's a really good threesome.
It's a great threesome, right? I mean, you got to start Andy, though, because he's the leader of this whole thing.
Then who do you bench?
All of them.
No cuts.
No cuts, no.
Okay.
I can't cut it because you're
Such a
not winning
cop-out.
without Spags. You're not winning without Veach. You're not winning without Veach. You're not winning without Spags. I mean, it's just such a perfect dynamic right now.
Love of the baseball.
Yeah, that was
boy.
Little League right there.
Yeah.
Well, it is the Pirates. So.
Well, it's Toronto, but yeah. I think I would start Andy. I think I would bench Veach, and I think I would cut Spags.
Because Veach is responsible for bringing the players and
Building the roster, keeping the checkbook balanced.
Yeah,
Andy,
that's
you got to
huge.
start because he's the general.
Yeah.
And then Spags, it's like, hey, man, love you, but is there anybody you suggest we go get if we have to cut you?
Dave Merritt.
Yeah, I'll go Andy Spags Veach.
Okay.
But
Shocker. Better.
Yeah, he's a Veach hater. I mean,
I'm not, and I will
you
not
are.
let that
You're-
stand.
you're-
No,
you're-
I'm
No,
not.
you are.
No, I'm not.
You're wearing that guy's pants in Philadelphia. What's his name?
No,
Howie
I'm not.
Roseman.
No, that's-
you
this is
wear
my problem
Howie
with you,
Roseman's
Bob.
pants
Bob.
on your head.
All right, whatever. I'm not gonna let you trigger me because you're
Because
wrong.
he's moving out of Brett Veach.
You just won't criticize someone. That's a problem.
He doesn't deserve criticism. He's
Okay.
won 3 Super
So
Bowls in
FAU's a great
5
pick.
years. I didn't say he was a great pick.
Not a bust yet.
He's not. No.
Okay,
He's not.
sounds
No, he's
good.
not a bust. You're willing
It's
to
a
write
joke.
people off. I remember writing people off, and how many times I was wrong about that.
I'm not
just
gonna be wrong about FAU.
Well, you don't know that. I thought I was going to be right about Alex Gordon too.
Okay.
Alex Gordon's a Hall of Famer.
And Brett Veach is the
In
second best
Kansas-
GM
in
in the
Kansas City.
NFL.
No, he's not.
Or
He-
the first.
he's-
You're
he's
right.
the
It's
best.
arguable.
Yeah.
First or second. He's the first. Like, that's not an insult. Like,
Yes,
I love
it
Brett.
is.
I love Brett Veach. I think he's great.
7,000 Squid Road. If anybody wants to bring me some bourbon for these two children fighting all morning. Better veteran season. Hollywood Brown, Chris Jones, Travis Kelce.
I'm going to start Kelsey, bench Jones, and cut Hollywood Brown.
I'll start Jones, bench Kelsey. Yeah, I'll bench Kelsey, cut Hollywood.
I'm going to start Hollywood because of the unfortunate that you will have without having a star wide receiver. I think he will stay healthy. Please cut that so we can come back and make fun of me if he does not. I'm going to bench Chris Jones, and I'm going to cut Travis Kelce. I don't think we need a huge veteran season from Travis Kelce. But Chris Jones would be nice to see.
Yeah,
Hollywood
need that.
Brown would be really great to see.
I'd love to see Chris Jones with like 10.5, 11 sacks
We need
this
it.
year. Yeah.
I would love to see that.
And then everybody else on the front line with double-digit sacks. And all of a sudden, we got 75 sacks on the front line.
We go to what we just talked about with television shows, entertainment, start, pitch, cut. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Survivor, American Idol.
All right, I'm going to start American Idol. I'm going to bench Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I've never seen an episode of Survivor.
Same here.
You haven't?
Same
Wow,
exact
I thought
ranking,
I thought I'd be the only one. I've
No, I've
never
never
watched
watched
an
it.
episode of that show.
I'll go tally the votes. I'm going to start Survivor because I thought it was the trailblazing to everything. Naked and Afraid, $1 Million Race, whatever the hell it's called, Big Brother, all those shows.
Which is why we should hate it.
I'm going to bench Who Wants to Be a Millionaire because that was like a family, like we put each other around the living room. And then American Idol I really only watched whenever David Cook was on it because he was from Blue Springs.
Yeah, that was great.
So
It was a
we-
great season.
So we tapped into David Cook. We go to celebrations at games, start, bench, cut, bang the drum, first pitch, or be there during the coin flip of an NFL game.
I'm going to go that order. I've had the opportunity as you to do the first pitch. I'd love to bang the drum. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I can sing Brett Veachtown. I'll do a 2-for-1 for you, Clark. And then be there for the coin flip.
Yeah,
you don't
I
really
think
do
so,
much
too.
for the coin flip.
But
right?
the coin flip would be,
sick.
it'd be
Yeah.
intense as hell, dude, because those
he
guys.
said they want to receive
But
in overtime?
like with the drum
Exactly.
and the pitch.
Overtime's what I want to be there for.
But the drum and the pitch, everybody's watching you,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
The coin toss, people are going, oh, you were out there for that? They're
Oh,
not really
really?
paying
Yeah,
attention
exactly.
to you.
Right.
Yeah, that's the order for me, too.
Yeah. Better wingman, Mac, Alex, or myself?
Well, I'm going to go first on here. I should start because I'm not single.
Yeah, see, I was going to start you.
Yeah, I
Mac
should
is
start.
starting.
And you're Cougar Chow.
And I'm Cougar Chow, so I can
Well,
bring
then
in.
I would cut you then.
No, but I'll just be cute, kind of reel them in, and then
You can bring in the Cougars for me, is what
Mac
you're
was
saying?
a really good
like your
wingman.
mom's friend.
You were a really good wingman in New Orleans.
It's true.
Still follows me on Instagram. Still
There you
likes
go.
photos.
See,
Still
I tried.
DMs. Just doesn't make any sense that she lives in Dallas.
So?
I said, you got to come back to Kansas City. She calls me, hey, Mr. Kansas.
Love it.
Hey.
You should go to Texas.
If it wasn't for a text.
Then I'll go Dusty and Gold.
Nice.
It's just like, I don't know.
I think
she's not going to give you your number.
Yeah, I think Dusty would be like, at least like, hey, yeah, you got this.
Yeah.
And
Confidence.
Alex would be like, what are you wasting your time?
She's way out of your league, man.
There's
You have
just no way.
chance. You've got like plus 900 odds to land there, according to Circa.
I'll take her home when she rejects you.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with seconds. Tonight during Sloppy Joe's, put a little bit over your fries. SportsCenter, Stuart Scott, Dan Patrick, Kenny Mayne.
Dan Patrick for me, Stuart Scott bench, cut Kenny Mayne. I like Kenny, he's fine, but
I'm in the order that it's in and that I just gave.
Stu Scott, Dan P. Kenny.
Absolutely. Cool.
I think
that's
that's
the
it.
pillow.
Yeah, I think I'll go there. Yeah, I'll go that one.
You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And then we go to Travis Kelce's post-career. Because I was having this discussion with a couple guys the other night after leaving the front porch, not the garage, the front porch. It got even more rowdier. Travis Kelce post-career, would you rather see him be an actor pre- and post-game on the set of like Fox or CBS or in the booth?
I don't want to see him do anything with football. I want to see him do acting. I want to see him do game shows. I
Yeah.
want to see him take over for Guy Fieri on Food Network. Like, I want Travis Kelce doing everything but sports.
Yeah, same. Yeah, agreed.
I want to see him in the booth.
I think that's the worst of the three. I think he'd be terrible in the booth because I think they'd limit you in the booth. Pre and post game, you can kind of have more fun and be you and show your personality. In the booth, you got like 15 seconds before you got to give it back to the play-by-play guy.
There you go. Trying to think. This from the text line real quick. Thumb, middle finger, or pointer finger?
In what regard?
Start, bench, cut.
I love using my middle finger.
What do you use on Tuesday? I'm kidding. Don't answer that. Well, depending on where you're driving.
I just want to win, Jeff.
Well,
if it's on Shawnee Mission Parkway or Metcalf or any of that, it's the middle finger every day.
I think I
of the
would
week.
start the thumb.
I think you have to
Bench
start the thumb.
Bench the middle finger, and then you can cut the pointer. Because Dennis Hopper was really angry in speed because he didn't have a thumb. He got a gold watch and a sorry about your hand.
Can you write without a thumb?
Not really.
I don't know.
You can't grab without your pointer finger or your thumb. So yeah, I'm going to start and bench that.
Yeah.
You're going to what now?
Cut the middle.
You're cutting the middle. That's the only
Cut
one
the
I
middle.
would keep. It's the only one I really need on a daily basis.
Last one was a text line. Start, bench, cut. Steak sandwich, Italian beef, or French dip?
I made a steak sandwich the other night. It was really good.
Chimichurri on it, right?
I did. I made
nice.
homemade chimichurri. Yeah, easy to make. No big deal at all.
Yes.
Say those again.
Steak sandwich, Italian beef, French dip.
I'll go in that order. The mushiness of the bread and the French dip, I'm just not.
Because the Italian beef, you can either have it dipped halfway, fully dipped, or not at all.
Yeah,
I think I need to have like a good Italian. I don't know if I've had.
I don't like the dipped bread. Like it just.
you're not.
Yeah,
okay.
not for me.
I'll start the dip, man. I love the French dip, baby.
I'm a slop dog.
Yeah, same.
And
When was the last time you ordered a French dip?
Not
2 weeks
too long ago.
Really?
54th Street
I'll
has a
order
great
them.
French dip.
You guys in Eastern Jack love 54th
I knew
Street.
that was coming.
I mean, it's insane. Anybody who's ever lived in Eastern Jack talks about 54th Street like it's the Shangri-La of restaurants, man. It's crazy. Brother Ryan would talk about 54th Street Grill like it was 1857 or whatever that
Yeah.
steakhouse is.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, they put that horseradish, that au jus, dip it, smash it. Oh,
Well, that
my
horseradish
God.
stuff is good on everything. I did want some of that the other night. I didn't have any of that.
Aussie says he was a great wingman in NOLA. He got me those pictures, those referees.
That's true. That's true. Yes, Ozzy came in clutch.
One had a teardrop and one had a neck tattoo.
Nice.
It was nice. We'll continue this show, obviously, on the other side as we'll talk about that, what I promised, MLB expansion geographically. We'll explain what the AL Central could possibly look like. Here at 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty
What the hell's wrong with your station?
on Kansas City's FM sports station, 96.5 The Fan.
Well, here we sit, and we're headed towards football season because football is back. And Underdog is the best place to select entries and win money all season long. And with the Underdog app, you can play right now in Missouri. Literally this second, you can play on the Underdog app and make all your selections in the state of Missouri. And playing on Underdog is easy. Just choose whether your favorite player will go higher or lower on stats, whether it's touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. And if you get all your entries right, you could win up to 1,000 times your cash And get this, you can play with as little as $1. How about that? I love the Underdog app for so many different reasons. I like combining entries from multiple sports into one selection and see how I can do, because we're in the heat of it right now. We got baseball in full swing. We got football getting ready to get back and going. You can combine baseball entries and football entries into one selection. So download the app today and sign up with promo code BOB to score $50 in bonus funds when you play for your first $5 with promo code BOB. Millions of fans have already won billions making plays on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 and over and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Arvest Bank believes in the power of serving others. That's why we're committed to supporting those who serve our communities. We believe that all communities deserve a financial partner who cares. Arvest. We believe.
Well, I'll tell you what, my friends over at Golden Oak Lending have made such a difference in our lives. We've gone to Golden Oak Lending probably for the last 10 years, and we talk every 6 months to our guy Tom over at Golden Oak, who knows exactly what we're going through and where we are in life. And that's because we took that free mortgage checkup, like I said, about 10 years ago, and found out where we needed to be and where we were, and Golden Oak Lending helped us out. And Golden Oak Lending can help you out as well, but it is all about that free mortgage checkup. It's risk-free. There's no paperwork or credit card required. It's just a phone conversation with them, telling them where you are financially and where you'd like to go. Fall's a busy time for all of us. A lot of back-to-school expenses, a lot of college tuition is coming due. And if you're thinking, man, I need a little breathing room right now, what can I do? Golden Oak could potentially help you get there. The average cash-out customer saves $1,104 per month. And when you refinance with Golden Oak Lending, you will go 2 months without having to make a mortgage payment. You can check them out at goldenoaklending.com, or better yet, take that free mortgage checkup and have a conversation. It'll be worth it. 913-890-GOLD. That's 913-890-GOLD. And let Golden Oak Lending cure your blues.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Lowe's knows to bring your vision to life, it's important to find the right color. That's why MyLowe's Rewards members get a free Valspar paint or exterior stain sample to test your look to confidently refresh your space. Offer valid in-store only 8/7-8/20. Limit 1 per customer while supplies last. Discount taken in time of purchase. See associate for details. Rewards program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
DQ presents The Sound of Happy. Hear that? That's the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time and no time, it can only be the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
Hi, this is Jill Schlesinger, CBS News business analyst, certified financial planner, and the host of the Jill on Money podcast. This is the show where your money is not scary. It's a show that's all about you. It's your questions that make it possible for me to provide unconventional and entertaining insights on your money, and more importantly, on your life. Listen and follow Jill on Money on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Today, expect a high of 93 with a chance of showers and thunderstorms.
Weather brought to you by Staples. Have you heard? The Staples Easy button is back with even more easy. Press it for custom prints, shipping services, even passport photos. Staples. That was easy.
You're listening to 96.5 The Fan from the Mission Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling Studios.
Here on Fescoe and Dusty 96.5, The Fan on a Tuesday. So, shout out to all those who celebrate. That should be a good t-shirt idea. Like, if they asked for what would be like your 3 like t-shirts that you could have, like graphic tees for the show. Happy Tuesday, and then like ... for those who celebrate. Sorry, I've been busy. I'm in the garage. And then I don't know what the other one would be. Kind of ran out of ideas. Kind of failed.
I think there's another good one.
I know that I'm hard.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that one you want to wear in public?
I don't think that's one you want to wear in public. Like if you're walking around in the gym wearing that,
you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean that's it's inappropriate, right, for the gym, right? I think
you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about would be a good shirt.
That's a good one.
That's a good one too. Yeah, or
Bob's
another
face.
one that could be that Mac loves Howie Roseman.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I do. I love Brett Veach too. Both can be simultaneously true. It's crazy.
Does Maloney own all 3 if we have 3 different shirts?
Oh.
Hell yeah, baby. I love it.
He'll be there on the 30th.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad.
He told me to bring a venison tray. I'm like,
no, he didn't.
Yeah, he texted me this morning.
Did he really?
He said, bring a deer meat tray on the 30th. I said, it's out of season, Rob.
That's awesome.
It's August 30th. Nobody wants to sit down and have deer liver.
Especially we're going to be there at like 10 a.m.
Well, yeah, it's an 11 a.m. game, and nobody wants deer liver.
I got a busy day that day.
Do you?
Yeah, because my dad every year likes to go to the Hawaiian T-shirt game, so I got to get tickets to that.
Cool.
So we can get another Hawaiian. I have literally like a
Hawaiian T-shirt game. That's funny.
He's the Buffett guy.
No,
man.
I know it's good though. It's like of all the things, like most people at the bobblehead.
Yeah, no, my dad
like
every year.
T-shirt, Hawaiian,
every year,
let's go.
family goes Hawaiian T-shirt day, August 30th. Can't wait to sweat my ass off. But yeah, early morning, Uber to Bob's house, Uber home, and then
Because that game's over by 2:00.
yeah,
Yeah,
and guess
2.
what, Dad, you're picking me up to the game because I'm not going to drive out there. So yeah, got to get tickets to the Hawaiian T-shirt game. Should be fun.
That'd be great.
He's just a parrot head, and
That's
just
awesome.
always lives through it. So
Awesome, man.
But no, speaking of,
Nobody's happier than parrot heads. Have you ever been to a concert with more happy people than a Jimmy Buffett concert?
Kenny Chesney.
Yeah.
There was a lot of happy people there, a lot of horny, happy people there. I mean, lots. And it's in the middle of summer every year. So, like, it's easy to be mad. And the people that are mad are probably in a car passed out, like with air conditioner running. Like, just, what happened to Mary? Well, she's in the back. She had too many shots. It's like concert starts in 2 hours. Maybe she'll make it.
Maybe. Like that Billy Joel concert last year with Fleetwood. Oh, my God. The heat was just.
Yeah, they can get you. So, I can't. T-shirt idea on the text line. So realignment geographically in baseball is a conversation.
Yeah, lots of conversation. First, they want to expand, which I'm against, but I know they're going to do it.
To 32?
Yeah. I don't think there's enough good talent right now in baseball to field the teams that we're looking at, let alone 2 more teams. Are you telling me we're going to find 26 more pitchers and 26 more position players out there that are of major league caliber when we're rolling out Mark Canha? Like, and I'm not using, I know he was cut. That's the only reason I have him on my mind, because he was DFA'd yesterday. But, like, this is where we are in baseball. There are so many players. And this I really stole from Denny Matthews 20 years ago, him telling me about expansion and not needing to do it because there's not enough good players as it is. I'm like, God, you're absolutely right about that. But you look across the diamond, you could probably contract 4 to 8 teams and get rid of a bunch of nondescript players and make your league better from a talent perspective. I get the expansion. It's all about money. I'm open to it, obviously. But I just want to let everybody know, like, there's not enough talent out there right now to have 32 good baseball teams. There's not enough talent to have 30 good baseball teams right now.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. It's kind of the same conversation with football.
Yeah, I agree.
Right, like football, they want to expand, but it's like you've got 10 teams that have a quarterback. And then the rest, it's like, really? Like, you want to see Tyler Shuck? Like, there'd be 2 more of those. There'd be 2 more Russell Wilsons hanging on, 2 more Joe Flacco is named the starter in Cleveland. Like, expand 2 more teams, and Kirk Cousins is playing until he's 50.
Well, see, that again, therein lies the problem. Like, I don't think the NFL needs to. I think 32 is a great number. They're perfect at number 32. I know it means more money for the league, but it doesn't necessarily make it a better product. And for baseball, I think they obviously want to get the 32 because it makes it easier when they start talking about realignment and going with 8 4-team divisions. It just works out nice that way. But I don't think anybody should be under the influence of this is going to be a great product if Major League Baseball expands to 32, because to take your quarterback thing, are there even 10 teams with a good quarterback in the NFL?
It's kind of the same thing to piggyback with pitching in baseball, right?
And that's what it is in baseball. How many rotations do we look at? And you get past like number 2 and you're going, who the hell is this guy? And then we got a bullpen game going on, you know?
Yeah, you'd see a lot more openers in baseball when they expand at 32. We missed an idea on a T-shirt. Somebody said they'd buy one that says BBL Stinky.
Oh, that's a good one. We could still do that. Yeah. BBL Stinky.
Yeah. And now that's stuck in 10 people's heads.
Yeah.
Somebody says in all caps, I would rock a BBL Stinky T-shirt.
I bet you would. That's awesome. Love it.
What we saw is like the realignment mashups with divisions. And in the Central, I would think you would have the Cardinals, the Royals, the Rockies, or Denver. And Detroit.
This is called the Bob lineman. And if I'm going to realign baseball, this is the way that I would do it.
So my dyslexia went in there real quick, and I thought I said Bob Ligament.
Yeah, Bob Lineman. Yeah, it's Bob Lineman. It's not
his
world.
fault. He can't read.
Yeah, Bob's Ligament. I don't know. No, it's Bob Lineman. Instead of realignment, it's Bob Lineman.
Right.
And I tried to come up with like the best case scenario. Some of them are a little bit, hard to do and whatnot. But
that East is sick.
So the first division: Yankees, Mets, Boston, and Phillies.
Sure.
How great a division would that be?
I'm good with that.
You're in on that, right?
Yeah.
Then the next division is the Orioles, Nationals, Nashville, and Atlanta.
Yeah.
Then we have Tampa, Miami, Texas, and Houston. That's the division nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Cleveland, Cincinnati, Toronto, and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean a lot of local ties there, right?
But that's what they want to do. They want to reduce travel time.
Sure.
And Rob Manfred said that the other day. We're tired of traveling all over, and I don't blame him, man. There's a lot of travel in baseball. Then we have Chicago, Milwaukee, and the Twins.
That's fun.
That should be a fun division. Yeah. Then we've got St. Louis, Kansas City. I put Denver, and then Detroit as that division.
Denver.
And then Arizona, Salt Lake, Anaheim, Las Vegas.
That's a crapshoot. No pun intended, but I mean, like, you have an expansion team if possible in there. Vegas, we don't know what they're going to be, but if they can hold on to Jacob Wilson and Nick Kurtz, that could be a futuristic team. But we know Oakland won't do that. They had
But
Chapman.
you're moving to Las Vegas. It's a different conversation now.
It's fair.
Like, it's put up or shut up time. You can't continue to operate that way, right? You can't continue to operate that way and expect people to spend their entertainment dollar in Las Vegas to go watch a baseball game for 3 hours if you got me and you out there playing. And then the final division I came up with, Seattle, Dodgers, Anaheim, San Diego. That's a sick division, too.
So Anaheim, you're just spitballing here because Anaheim's in the one before that as well.
Oh, they are?
Yeah,
they
Arizona,
are.
Salt Lake, Anaheim, Las Vegas.
I forgot somebody. Who the hell did I forget? San Francisco. That's what I meant. San Francisco.
San Fran's there.
Yeah, San Francisco would be in the Arizona, Salt Lake, San Francisco, Los
So
Angeles.
not a whole lot different from the original West, but you would add an AL team to the NL teams, right? With
Well, they're doing away with that now.
Right.
Because
everybody plays each other now, right?
Yeah, it's antiquated, and I'm good with that and moving on. I like 8 4-team divisions.
Do you think they will actually do this?
I think they will, yes. Yeah.
Like realign?
Yeah, they have to.
Because I'm still old enough to remember when the Brewers were in the Royals division.
Yeah.
And it was the Brewers or the Royals that could decide whether they wanted to go the NL or not.
And David Glass liked the rivalry with the Yankees, and so he decided not to. And
where you got St. Louis on a platter.
And the Cubs.
Yeah.
No, and the Cubs. Like, could you imagine if the Royals had switched to the National League in '99, and then we would have had St. Louis in here 2 or 3 times a year, the Cubs in here 2 or 3 times a year?
Oh, yeah.
You know, back in those old school days when you're playing your division
You could go
teams,
there as well.
You could go there, and we wouldn't have to deal with the
You'd have a hell of a
Tigers
summer.
and the
Start off at Kaufman, go down I-70, go see a Cardinal game, then head up to Chicago, hang out with Vip, and get wasted off Italian beef sandwiches.
I mean, how awesome would that have been if we were in that division? But they valued this Yankee rivalry and having the Yankees and Red Sox, I guess, come in twice a year. Now they only come in 1 time a year, so that backfired as well. And so,
do the Yankees draw more than St. Louis
here?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Because I wonder if that was
not.
the Glass mentality.
Yeah,
the dollar sign was huge.
At that point in time, I would say yes, because that was the Jeter era of the Yankees, you know, where they were the traveling road show and whatnot. And I think baseball's biggest detriment is its biggest, strength, if you will, the history of the game, right? Nobody ever wants to change the history in baseball. And the history in baseball is great. We don't talk about history much in any other sport other than Major League Baseball. So I think now's the time to do this. I think we as sports fans are open to all of this kind of change. I don't think there's going to be any kicking and screaming or anything like that. Like, who's hanging on to the American versus National League stuff? Maybe some dude in his 80s, but that guy's not going to be around much longer, so who the hell cares what he thinks? Like, this will be good for baseball. This will be good for the young fan. It's new, it's unique, it's different. It's different rivalries, because I don't know how you guys feel. The American League Central may be the most boring division in all of American professional sports. And to have that change now, where you got games against the Cardinals more often, games against the Rockies more often, Detroit obviously is a good team that you can have, games with, so much better than seeing the White Sox 13 times and the Twins 13 times and the Indians 13 times. Like, God, that division is just terrible. So shaking it up a little bit and making it exciting and fun and different and unique, I think is great for Major League Baseball. I'm just not in on the expansion side, but I know it's coming, It's like Mac that, he's not in on Veach, but he knows he really is the best.
Somebody in Texas. So wait, Mac's an Eagles fan?
Look how bad he is.
Put your little headset thing down.
His face is so green right now.
Turn into an.
I think it's funny too. I think it's funny too.
What? I'm not doing anything.
No, I'm not mad. No, it's good.
No, you are. You're a little upset.
I am upset, not at anyone specifically, but I'm upset at this situation. Yes.
I don't know. I just read a text. I didn't do anything.
Oh no, I'm not upset about the text. No, I honestly didn't
But
hear
you're mad
it
at
until.
me.
No, I'm not mad at you.
A little bit.
0%.
Tiny bit.
Literally 0%.
I got a whole bag of with your name on it.
0%.
Okay.
A little upset at Bob, but not actually.
So I'm in the clear?
Yeah,
That's all that
you're fine.
matters.
No, I'm not.
Don't
really
tread
upset
on
about
Brett Veach, man.
Exactly. That's why I'm upset, because I didn't. I never
You said
did.
he was maybe number 2,
I
not
said
maybe number 1.
I said he's 1 or 2 in the league. That's
There's
not
no-
an insult.
Oh, for me, it is a big insult.
That's on you. That's not
Well,
an
yeah,
insult.
that's how I feel. So
Oh, that's fine.
you feel certain ways, you say it. I can't help how you feel.
That's fine. I just don't think that's me bashing Brett Veach. That's all it is.
Somebody says Mac is livid. All caps.
So
Oh,
mad,
yeah,
dude. I'm so pissed.
He is.
Rip your shirt off.
So you can see he's
No,
green
don't.
like
We
the
have-
Incredible Hulk. But
No,
then
don't do
that's-
that because we have to take photos today.
Yeah,
with
we
these
want to
t-shirts
get out
on.
of here by 9:05 or 10:05.
9:05. Shoot. I'd have loved that.
10:05.
Got to beat the storms.
Yeah. I mean, the storms are coming. We got to get out of here. We don't want to float away in the parking lot with those lakes.
Just in the break, I'll come in there. We'll listen to Life in Technicolor 2 by Coldplay, and we'll be back in good moods.
I'm in a great mood.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to figure things out, This was the Savannah Bananas owner on selling to the MLB.
Has MLB tried to buy you? No, and I would never sell. I would never sell.
That's a lie.
No. Why would I? It's not about the money. What would I do? I'd be bored. I think the difference is a lot of people when they start things, they want to make a lot of money. Yeah. That's never been my interest. Yeah. 9 years ago, I was sleeping on an airbed. I want to create 1 billion fans. I mean, we love this so much. Every single day, we're out here and we get to do things we've never done before and get to have control of creating something. Yeah. We could make millions and millions more if we charged the ticket price that people would pay. The reality is the average ticket on the secondary market is going for over $300. Our tickets are $40, $50, and $60 with no ticket fees, no convenience fees, no service fees. They would say, charge the price that you could get. They would say, sell every sponsorship you can. Right. We have 0. Right. They would say, maximize the TV rights. Don't keep your games for free on YouTube. Right. We're not going to do that Right. because we're playing a long game. So as soon as you get other people in, they have different interests. Our interests are solely in creating more fans. Yeah. And if we create 1 billion fans, everything else, the money takes care of itself. Where I'm interested in is making sure I can take care of the players, take care of our staff, take care of our cast, take care of everyone, and do things that people never done before.
So he's selling eventually.
Yes.
I hope not. I mean, I like his information that he gives there, but never say never is
No,
what
you
I will
never
say.
say never.
And we've seen like Red Zone be bought by ESPN.
Right.
We've seen
I could
Disney.
see the Savannah Bananas being bought by ESPN before they're bought by MLB, though.
Yeah. I mean, when a product is hot like that and everybody wants it and there's somebody that wants it more than anybody else, there is always a price tag. And,
Always.
I understand that, like, there's people that have their opinion, like, this will ruin the Major League Baseball Foundation. Bananas. But I think that MLB would love to have a piece, but I don't know if they're worth the appeal of the Savannah Bananas.
Yeah, I don't know if Major League Baseball wants to buy them. There's some
Because
really
it's
good
separate.
ideas. Yeah, it's
Does the NBA own the Globetrotters?
No.
Okay.
Does the NFL own the CFL? No, you don't do that kind
They
of
didn't
stuff.
even want anything
right?
to do with the XFL.
Right,
until later
exactly.
on.
Until later on, and then they found out, well, maybe we can stash some people here, and you can pay for their, salaries, and we could use it as a minor league. But
He hate me.
yeah, but I don't. I'm just
Rod's smart.
I don't think that Major League Baseball should buy the Savannah Bananas. But I also don't think if I'm the Savannah Bananas owner, I'm sitting there saying this is not for sale. No, it is. Everything's for sale. Everything has a price tag, right? And if they name that price, then you sell it and you move on and you do something different. You see a lot of these guys that are like this, that are these geniuses, they just constantly develop and flip, develop and flip, develop and flip. And I'm sure he's already got what he thinks will be the next great idea in his mind, whether it's a football or a hockey, type of thing, whatnot. But I think you're foolish to sit there and say nothing's for sale. Like if somebody came up to you right now and offered you, I don't know, let's just say $60,000 for your car. Well, you love that car, but sure, I'll take the check. You can have my car, right? That's the way things go. I mean, so if somebody comes up to them and offers them, I don't know, $1 billion, let's just say, for the Savannah Bananas, how do you not sell at that point in time?
Yeah, I mean, I understand, you created a foundation. He says he slept on an air mattress for whatever, and, you go back to where it was. But, I mean, you think about, you go from an air mattress to, whatever bed you want the rest of your life, and I get it. They're separate. They're not the same. He talks about ticket prices. I'm dumb for not knowing this, I guess, but I don't know what the standard price is for a Bananas game. I just know they're impossible to get.
That's where I am. So I've never really looked at when he said 40, 50, or 60. I'm like, oh, that's a very reasonable
Which would explain
price.
why they sell out and why there's kids everywhere.
Exactly. You've made it an affordable event for families to go to, and that's what it is. It's not a baseball game. Again, it's an event for people to go to that happens to have a little baseball mixed in. And so I think right now with where they are, you don't look at expansion. You don't look at trying to make it bigger. You continue to do what you're doing. Because sometimes you make things bigger and it just, as we talked about with expansion, doesn't necessarily make things better. So if you're the Savannah Bananas, just continue to do what you do. Find different ways to grow your revenue, but don't get to the product where it's so diluted and you're doing 10 games in one night and really weakening what you have out there too.
Yeah, don't become Quiznos.
Yeah.
You said last week, Mac, that if there's ever a time when you're not feeling well or you're down in the dumps, that I could do something that could make you laugh.
Football, energy drinks, beer, more football. Welcome to Bink at Night.
Hey, welcome back. I just like to do. We call it Monday Evening Quarterback with Kent Swanson. Kent, sorry about my voice, brother.
You're all right.
Great.
Doing just fine, my friend.
Hey, man, what did you make of Mahomes yesterday? Was that his best performance ever?
He's back. It's all we need, just a little sprinkle of Binkley.
A little Bink.
I mean, the fact that he just, it's right here for me.
With Kent Swanson. Kent, sorry about my voice, brother.
Were you working that night?
Oh, yeah.
Doing just fine, my friend.
You didn't want to help him out?
Hey, man, what did you make of Mahomes yesterday? Was that his best performance
Probably like me
ever?
back here.
Did he get through it at finally?
I mean, the fact that there is a cough button. It literally says cough right next to me. Could have just, put the.
Hey, man, what did you make of Mahomes yesterday?
We got another T-shirt idea from the 816. Mac Hate Veach. It's a good one. It's a great one. Love that one.
I mean, yeah. I don't think you.
No, I don't. Of course not.
I don't think I'd buy that shirt, though.
Somebody also says this would be a really good T-shirt idea.
Hey, well, go up, man.
We knew what the hell he was saying, yeah. If you could put audio on a T-shirt, yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, gosh, that's great.
What does that shirt say? Just hit this button and you'll hear. I still don't know what it's saying.
We'll wrap this show up on the other side and get you set up for tomorrow here on 96.5 The Fan, your home for Kansas City Sports.
What's up, Kansas City? This is Jonathan India here, and you're listening to Fescoe and Dusty on your home for Royals baseball, 96.5 The Fan.
This is Jeff for Heartland Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help this patient.
Hi, my name is John, and I've been on ED and testosterone treatment at Heartland Men's Health for the past 15 months. I could tell, I was starting to go downhill. And my wife kept telling me, well, you need to go to a clinic that'll specialize in that. And that's what eventually led me into the men's clinic here. Treatment, in my opinion, is a miracle. I was able to perform to an elevated position that, quite honestly, I never thought I'd see again. For my fellow men out there, if you're feeling that you're not up to par, I encourage you, contact Heartland Men's Health, and you will see a dramatic difference.
Thank you. It's true. Your initial appointment includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 844-447-6600 or go to heartlandmenshealth.com.
Hey folks, I've got a couple of important questions for you. Do you know how much money you need to retire? Do you have a plan in place for your loved ones? If your answer is no, it's time to get your financial planning on track with UMB Private Wealth. It's never too late to start. Plus, their team supports you at every step of the planning process. Go to umb.com/private wealth to schedule your appointment. That's umb.com/private wealth. Why not start today?
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
DQ presents The Sound of Happy. Hear that? That's the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time and no time, it can only be the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
DQ presents The Sound of Happy. Hear that? That's the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Only $7.49 for a limited time. We're talking 4 100% white meat seasoned chicken strips served with fries, Texas toast, and DQ's signature country gravy. Yeah, you heard that right. For crunch time and no time, it can only be the DQ Chicken Strip Basket. Just $7.49 for a limited time. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
Something big is happening. Introducing Hy-Vee Perks. Now, Hy-Vee Fuel Saver is Hy-Vee Perks. Get the same great benefits like fuel savings. Plus, save even more on hundreds of products store-wide with Hy-Vee Perks prices like Tide, H Perks price $9.97, and Bananas, H Perks price 39 cents a pound. Make the switch or sign up for Hy-Vee Perks and start saving today. It's free and easy. Some restrictions apply.
On a Tuesday, wrapping things up on a Tuesday morning before we turn it over to Cody and Gold. What if I told you that there is the possibility from a source that they will make a Green Bay Packer version now of the Hallmark movie?
Let's go.
Oh my gosh!
Like this is again expansion.
You think it'll be cheesy?
Well, I talked to somebody over the weekend about cheese, a big Hallmark movie fan, a friend of mine. And she's like, yeah, I kind of thought the Chiefs was a little cheesy. And I'm like, oh, I disagree. I loved it. And now we have Buffalo, potentially Green Bay. And now I'm also hearing they may do one with Sporting in the Current. Not every team needs a movie.
I thought it was good that it was cheesy. Isn't that kind of what Hallmark does?
I thought so,
I thought
too.
That's like we knew that.
Yeah, we kind of you knew what you were getting going into all this.
That's good. It's a feel good.
Yeah, but do we need one on every team now in professional sports? No.
30 left? Yeah.
No, in professional sports. Not just the because like I said, there's talk maybe Sporting in the Current could do one now. I'm like, do we really need one with every team out there? No offense to Sporting, but I don't think they have the same quote-unquote love affair, if you will, as an NFL team does. And once you did it with the Chiefs, do you need to do it with all of the NFL teams?
No.
Because, like, Jacksonville? Really?
Yeah, exactly. Cleveland.
Cleveland you can make because there's long fans, you
That's
know.
true. More history.
Yeah, like with that kind of stuff, like they did with the Chiefs a little bit. But Jacksonville, the Texans.
If I did a Cleveland documentary, I would just title it A Not So Happy Finish. Because they just ruin everybody's life. They give people guaranteed contracts. I should probably reevaluate that one because of Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you trying to make a pun there?
No, it's just, it's tough. Because every movie ends with like a good ending, and
there's no good
Cleveland's,
ending in
there's
Cleveland.
never been a good one.
Well, the latest on Cleveland, this is Cleveland. Did you see their stadium proposal yesterday? It is too tall for the air traffic to fly over, so now they can't build the new stadium. Yeah, it's like 51 feet too tall or 58 feet too tall.
Too tall.
Yeah, it goes 221 feet into the air, and where they are in the flight pattern in the Cleveland airport makes the stadium too high for the FAA, so they got to nix all that unless they're going to go 58 feet underground, which Arrowhead's underground, you know.
Yeah.
You could go ahead and do that.
Jones, too tall.
Kind of sizable.
221 feet tall and they're 58 feet. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's not a couple of inches. And all right, let's just shave the roof off a little bit. Like
No,
that's
almost that's a fifth or so of how tall it all is. 50.
Yeah, but you're right. That's a fifth of the size of the stadium.
Crazy.
They either got to put it underground or just find a new location for it. So that's just typical Cleveland, right? No matter what they do, it's wrong. Like if you live in Cleveland, that's on you. If you're a Browns fan, you know what you're getting into.
If you like somebody so much, why are you getting off of them the second time?
I ask myself that every day.
I think the Cleveland Browns documentary would just be like what Binkley said. That's a big bundle of suck. Dustman.
Dustman.
The hell's this Dustman guy? No, you were talking about Hallmark movies and endings. Shout out to JT Noah, our guy.
JT.
He and his fiance are moving all of their stuff into their brand new house.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Right now they're doing that?
Correct. And listening to this show the entire time because
cool.
he's obviously biased. But like he's like, you talk about stressful stuff, moving into a new house. Like that's a huge, big
sucks,
step.
man.
Moving is yeah.
College hunks carrying your junk, I think, or whatever that place is called.
Yeah.
That's who I'll call every time.
Yeah, don't call your friends. You're at a certain age. Well, JT's still very young, so free pizza and warm beer may still be like something to entice people to come over and help you move. But I think once you reach that certain age, 25, maybe 30, you start doing it on your own or hiring somebody for that. Your friends are not coming over for Domino's and warm beer.
This was me and Hannah, this was our last move like that. I think our next move will probably be 30. It'll be time to, get the people and do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you also probably didn't have a lot either, did you?
A little bit. Yeah, some stuff. Yeah, not a whole lot. But not as much as we'll have here in the next couple of years.
Yeah, once you start adding the kid stuff to it, right? And then but just the stuff you collect over the years.
Yeah.
Like, feel like you should get that. I'm like, I don't want anything else. I've got enough stuff. It's all going to have to be packed and moved and thrown away or whatever. And I've watched what my mother's done over the years.
Well, that's
just throwing everything out. Like, why are we holding on to this stuff?
Nostalgia. Yeah,
it is. It's so hard.
It's hard.
It is. That's why my $1 million idea is you hire me, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I come to your house. And I just throw things away that I think are useless. There's no ties emotionally to me. You say you can have these 3 or 4 rooms. Whatever's in there is fair game.
Yep.
Because you start looking at it, you're like, oh,
I wore that one time.
I want to save that.
Yeah.
Or this is, you haven't looked at it in 30 years.
Yeah.
Stop, right?
Yes.
So you hire me, I come in, and I throw everything out, and you don't ever have to think about it or look at it or get sentimental or get emotional about it. And then it's out of the house and it's gone.
You guys ready for a news drop?
Oh, yeah.
A quarterback decision has been made in Indianapolis. Daniel Jones, starting quarterback, September 7th, regular season against the Miami Dolphins. If they beat the Miami Dolphins, Mike McDaniel should be fired on September 8th.
Yeah.
Yes, he should.
Is that a hot take?
No.
Is that a hot take, Mac?
And
the
that
picture
thing
they
is,
have of Daniel Jones on Adam Schefter's tweet 4 minutes ago is
like dopey Daniel Jones.
Foreshadowing. I mean, it
Oh,
looked-
yeah.
Jeez.
He looks like he just farted and is trying not to smell it.
He looks like Crazy Eyes from Big Daddy with Steve Buscemi sitting on the sidewalk.
Somebody just heard me fart. I'm just going to sit here and pretend nobody did and look the other way.
Like if you could, oh my gosh, did you see how he tweeted how Schefter tweeted? Read the tweet completely.
A QB decision in Indy. Semicolon. Colts named Colts
Colons.
named Colts named Daniel Jones as their starting quarterback. Per Holder, Steven, and me.
And me.
Yeah.
And me.
Well, they all do that. Yeah.
And me.
Yeah.
And me.
And also me.
Yeah, I also, didn't go on a date with my wife because I was working. That doesn't make you a good worker. That makes you a loser.
Yeah.
Like, I was reading an article about him the other day. He stopped going out with friends and family because he would have to get up from the table and answer the phone. Oh, my God, you're so important because somebody we never heard of on the Titans was just released. Go break that news instead of hanging out with your friends.
Yeah. Shams did the same thing on a podcast.
I saw that, too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't find that to be braggadocious at all.
I don't either. Yeah, I didn't like that when I saw
find
it.
that to be stupidocious.
Shams, he can't be much older than I am.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's in his young 30s, late 20s. Like, dude, come on, man.
Seriously, I know you're trying to do your career and all that kind of stuff too, but how about your personal life? Like, I don't know what people think about their jobs and whatnot, but having that time away from the office is as important as the time in the
100%,
office.
100%.
You recharge, you refresh, you're better. Being straddled to your phone like that because some NBA guy was traded for 17 draft picks. I mean,
crazy.
Is that really worth it?
Yeah, in 10 years, I don't know if it will be.
Yeah, right. Like in 10 years,
yeah.
you look back and you go, man, I wasted these 10 years. I didn't date anybody.
Yeah.
I didn't have any friends. I was, wedded to my phone. That doesn't sound interesting or
Bob,
fun.
I think Brett Veach is a good GM. Stop attacking me. Staring at your phone, staying single for 10 years.
Yes.
Whatever happened? I felt like that was just like a Dusty conversation in a nutshell.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm just thinking about like these
This guy
guys.
sits on his ass. He's on his phone constantly. He's been single for 10 years. Never going to get married. What are you doing in your life? Damn, I'm right here in the room.
The difference is you're not making millions breaking stories.
Well, I might have an alter ego. Yeah.
But I don't get that.
Well,
Like,
and me.
Are you trying to get points from the sports fan out there? Like you're always working. Great.
Yeah, cool, man. Sweet, dude.
That we're all going to get that news eventually. That's the other thing.
And me.
They're all sending out this news. Everybody's getting it. We're all going to know it. You got like a 10-second jump start on somebody else.
Mike Florio said yesterday on Pro Football Focus that he thinks the Chiefs dynasty is coming to an end and that it will be a...
Was he drinking?
I don't think so. I think he's just being himself. And then there's Billy Bob Thornton, right? He says, quote, I think with guys like Mahomes and Kelsey, those guys, you can't ever count them out. I thought last season maybe they'd be down a couple touchdowns and Mahomes literally would do something like Kreskin or one of those magicians. He does something insane, and the next thing you know, it looks like they won the game easily. So I don't think you can ever count them out. It's Billy Bob Thornton, actor, intelligence.
Gets it.
It's
not hard.
Florio, I think it's coming to an end.
Well, see, that's why I sometimes appreciate people who aren't analysts giving their opinions because they see things differently. They really do.
they don't overthink it.
And they don't overthink it. That's the other thing. They're not overthinking this stuff.
Yeah.
Who's the best team in the NFL? It's Mahomes and Reed. Why are we having this debate? I got to get clicks.
Yeah, wouldn't it be the team that made the Super Bowl? I don't know, 5 out of the last 6 years?
They're dissipating,
it's
Mac.
over. Yeah, exactly.
Second-rate GM in your book and, quarterback that can't throw.
You jerk.
All these pictures of Daniel Jones on everybody's app now are awful. I mean, look at the one the Fox put out. Look at the one the Score in Canada put out. I mean, they have made this gentleman look like the biggest dope this side of Dopeville. Look at all these pictures.
Yeah, he's mayor of Dopeville.
He really is.
I mean,
Yeah.
geez.
Well,
It's all about those eyes, man.
they're too close together.
I don't know what it is. It just
No, there was somebody that told Kling one time that, it's Matt Castle. Matt Castle's not good because his eyes are too close together. They told Kling that one. So he's like, okay, I'll get back to you on that.
That picture looks like they told Daniel Jones 4 minutes ago, you're the starting quarterback of the team.
What?
Wyatt Thompson tomorrow because K-State EMAW folks are in Dublin. We'll talk to him, Binkley Cotrero. But as of always, go do something nice for somebody today. You never know. It could change their day, their week, their month, their year. It is simply cool to care. Kansas City, stay kind, stay safe. Coming up next, it's Cody Golden Drew from 10 to 2.
You're listening to Fescoe and Dusty.
Whoever that bozo was doing the armpit fart